Welcome everybody to another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show for Panthers fans by Panthers fans. We appreciate each and every single one of you choosing to spend your Friday evenings with the C3 Panthers Podcast. If you would like to be a part of the discussion that we are having here tonight, you are free to join via Streamyard. The link is pinned to the top of the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. We appreciate y'all. You know, we're going to have a full discussion about the Carolina Panthers. As always, I don't know how many days exactly are left, but training camp is upon us. We do not have very many more days without brand new news and updates about the Carolina Panthers. And you know I'm going to do this show with my boys, my dogs from the C3 Legion. First up, you know him, you love him. He might tell you to shut the hell up. It's Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, buddy?
What's up, folks? Let's get this second round BS over. Let's get training camp started. You know, I'm tired of waiting, man. David Tepper, what the fuck, man? You need to jack this shit up. You got the money. Make this shit happen long before now. We tired of it. Fucking wait around here all damn night. Oh, by the way, one more thing. G-Baby, shut the hell up wherever the you is.
That's right, G-Baby, shut the hell up. Why hasn't Nick Scorton signed? We're going to talk about that tonight. And all of a sudden, there is a brand new trend of second-round picks getting fully guaranteed contracts. Bro, in 2025, who wants to be a first rounder when you can be a second rounder, get a fully guaranteed contract, and re-up before those first rounders and their fifth-year options that they get tagged with? Boy, it's a crazy world we live in, but you know I would never want to do this show without my man, the brand ambassador, these ill skills, manifesting that Super Bowl appearance with Nalo holding up that Vince Lombardi. Brand ambassador, talk to me, brother.
Man, I think it's Tuesday. I think it's Monday, the rookies report, and then the veterans report on Tuesday. So y'all are going to have a Liddy Tuesday show at 9 p.m. on the longest running Panthers podcast. Sure. And I'm ready for those rookies to report because the one I'm excited about is the one you're looking at right here. That's T-Mac. I'm ready to see that T-Mac attack. I'm ready to see old Nalo go. I'm ready to supersize my McFries with McMillan, if you know what I'm saying. I feel like he's going to break some records for the Carolina Panthers this year. I hope he breaks the Kelvin Benjamin record. You were tweeting about it earlier today that Carolina needs to move on from Kelvin Benjamin. That's what killed Cam Newton's career. And it's just an interesting discussion that you were bringing up there. But it just makes me think on how much I need Nalo to perform this season. I need Bryce Young to have a great year this season. I need that tandem to be feared in the NFC South, Cody. And there ain't nothing to it. But to do it, my brother, I'm ready to roll.
Let's roll. You know, my man, Jake the Snake, got that crisp mango beer. Ready to have a good-ass time on the free-for-all. Jake, what's up, brother? How the hell are you?
Hey, man, I'm chilling like a villain, bro. You already know. It's going to be a great Friday. I just looked up about that guy that got drafted right before Nick Scorton. We'll talk about, of course. But, yeah, man, I'm ready to get into it with y'all, man. You do it.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Last but not least, holding it down on the West Coast. That's the left coast. My brother, Alex D. 814 Panthers. Alex, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, Cody. Happy Friday. I'm excited to be here, blessed to be talking Panther football with you guys each and every Friday that I could be here. So I'm just ready to get it going.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, like I said, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. And, boys, you know we're going to jump right on into it. So, look, Nick Scorton has yet to sign his rookie contract. And we are getting very close to training camp, as my man Diesel Skills just alluded to. But, boys, we have to talk about this new trend that's happening in the NFL right now. And we alluded to it a little bit in the intro, in the opener. All of a sudden, these second-round picks are getting fully guaranteed contracts. It seems like the Houston Texans started it off with Jaden Higgins, but now there's even more that are signing for these record-breaking second-round contracts. Luther Burden got a fully guaranteed $10.965 million contract. The first time in history that the 39th pick secured a fully guaranteed deal. But then, not to be outdone, the Seattle Seahawks and Nick Amon-Ward reached an agreement, making it the first time in NFL history that the 35 pick gets a guaranteed deal. But then, not to be outdone, the New England Patriots had to jump in on this black magic, and they have signed Travion Henderson to a fully guaranteed deal. Boys, I have no problem telling you, I have no idea what in the hell is going on, why this is all of a sudden a new thing. I don't know, but boys, do you think that these recent signings have had anything to do with why Nick Gordon has not yet signed his rookie deal with the Carolina Panthers? It's a free-for-all, boys. Jump on it.
Go ahead, Pickle. I want to go after you.
Oh, no. Yeah, absolutely. Nick Gordon wants a fully guaranteed, or he wants a, and you know what? To be right, he wants as much money as the picks around him are getting. Now, these second-round holdouts, or whatever you call them, are being pushed foremost by the agents, because the agents want to run the business. They don't like the rookie wage scale. They don't want that because they're not making that much money off of it. They're making about 1 or 2% off these rookies. If a rookie gets a lot of money, he's drafted into the top 10, like Bryce's agent, he's probably making maybe 3%. That's it. So they don't like this. Now, if you give all these guys guaranteed contracts, they make a little more, and they want that to happen. So, the agents are pushing all this. I agree with Bill Polian. If I was an NFL rookie, I wouldn't even get me an agent. I wouldn't do it. Ain't no use to have one. Just waste of money. Till about maybe year 3.
Hey, go the Lamar Jackson route and just hire your mama to be your
yeah.
I
don't know. Well, my mama got Alzheimer's. I don't know if I want her to deal my agent money anyway. I mean,
Well,
my mama would put some crazy ass clauses in my contract.
Pickle, hopefully a rookie's not coming out your age. No offense.
Hey man, look. They said
Man, don't you fear, Jake. If they was, they'd be drafted by the Carolina Panthers. Don't you know it?
Hey, they say certain people age like wine and not
That's
like
true.
cheese. Let's hope that's not pickle. You know what I'm saying? But
I love Hewitt. Jeffrey
Hey,
Love
man,
Hewitt,
listen,
85.
yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
I
Jennifer
would
Love Hewitt
I could
is
look good as that
yeah,
center.
boy.
I could look good at that center. I could do that.
So look, boys. I don't know why Streamyard does not share the right shit that I put up, but let's do this. So this is from Yahoo Sports. This is a list of all of the second round picks that have already signed. And again, man, you see that same thing, that fully guaranteed.
Right.
Yeah.
Messenger, Jaden Higgins, Nick Amon-Ward, Quinshon Judkins. I don't know if all of these are fully guaranteed.
Luther Burden was fully guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken.
Burden was fully
Chicago.
guaranteed. Oh, okay. Tyler Shock remains
Unsigned.
Right.
very interesting because he was
Mr. Shock, Tyler Shook, you deserve double guarantee.
Triple.
hold on for
Triple guarantee, brother.
Yeah,
hold
there
on
you
for
go.
everything you're worth.
You got the support of C3 Podcast.
Damn straight. Don't even ever sign that contract. How about that? JT
You
Sanders.
deserve to be in a better
Okay,
city
so
than New Orleans.
there's still a few people
Yeah,
that are unsigned, right? So JT Sanders is unsigned. Terrence Ferguson is unsigned. So there's still a few.
There's the guy talking about tight end from Seattle. So he got $6 million out of his $8 million contract fully guaranteed.
Oh, Elijah Arroyo.
Yeah, that's the guy right before Nick
Okay.
Gordon.
Yeah. Man, this is just wild to me, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't listened to somebody with in-depth information really report on how this is actually like come to fruition. Why there's all of a sudden all of these fully guaranteed contracts. But
Right.
Boys, are you at all fearful
Well,
that maybe Nick Scorton won't sign before training camp starts?
not now. I was before, not now. But I did try to look up his agent, and I didn't find out who his agent was, so I don't really know that. But if you go back to the top of the second round, all these contracts are largely based. The agents. Here's the catch, man. The collusion. You all remember that word collusion?
Yeah.
I didn't know this till Bill Polian. Bill Polian was a former GM here. He's a Hall of Fame GM.
Yep.
He's worked for years in the competition committee and other league offices. He knows what he's talking about. He said on XM radio, and I'm going to quote him. He said, "You need to understand something. The NFL Players Association can occlude. They can chat with anybody. They can chat with each other. It's not going to be an issue. They can chat with everyone. They can all get together and plan their strategy. It's not legally, it's purely legal. The agents could do that. They all could have a big meeting at some events place and have a big chat about it. If one NFL owner calls another NFL owner and they talk about it, it's against the law."
Yeah, and by the way, the NFLPA has a whole lot more problems on their hands. It was just revealed that the head of the NFLPA was spending money on strip clubs in Atlanta, all types of wild shit. But anyway, let me welcome in David Fezuk. David, welcome to the Friday Free For All. How are you, bro?
Hey, how you doing? Doing good. This is off topic, but I was planning, as you know, I'm part of a film company, but we were planning to do a small documentary about a fan of a football team. And I was trying to get in contact with you, Cody. I was trying to get through your Twitter, but I don't know if you'd be interested in getting a documentary.
Yeah, message me. I don't know if you have my Twitter, just send me a message. Maybe you did and it got buried. I don't know. But just DM me after the show.
Well, I tried to. It says I can't message you.
And see, that's so weird too, man, because I don't know why. I didn't set it that. I'll check my settings. But before we go, I'll get your information and I'll holler at you. But yeah, man, let me get you in on this conversation. Second round pick Nick Scorton has yet to sign to the Carolina Panthers and sign his rookie contract. Or you're worried about potentially not having him on the field for training camp?
I don't know if I'm worried for two reasons. I think that he's kind of waiting for the rest of the people the dominoes to fall. So if he's not signed, then I don't think half the second rounders are going to be signed. The second thing, at this point, we're not slating him to be in the starting lineup. So he's going to be a backup initially. So, I don't know. Ideally, I'd want him to be signed, obviously.
Of course. Yeah.
It's not too concerning.
It's definitely an interesting conversation to be following. Let me get Alex in on this. Alex, what do you make of this? Are you worried about Nick Scorton not signing soon, or are you just patient and confident that this is going to get done?
Yeah, no, I think this will get done. I mean, I think it'll happen in the next couple days. Definitely before training camp, it'll be done. I don't see an issue with this.
Yeah. Digital Skills, talk to me, bro. What say you, man?
Yeah, I wouldn't think it's going to be an issue either. I mean, what are you going to guarantee? The top 15? The top 15 the second round, half of the second round? You're going to guarantee those? Fine. Okay. We'll give them guaranteed contracts. But the bottom half of the second round, you're going to guarantee that? That doesn't make any sense. You're going to guarantee 80%, 75%? Okay, sure, that's fine. It's not even that big of a contract. It's not even that big of a hit to the cap or the team. So I don't see where it's going to be a problem for Nick Scorton whatsoever. If anybody's pissed off about it, it's the owners, because that money, when it's fully guaranteed, that money goes into an escrow fund, and that fund is managed by the league itself. That means that the owners, people like hedge fund managers like David Tepper, can't play with that money and move that money around. That money's not making them money while it's sitting in the league escrow. That's the problem
Right.
that the billionaires have with this is putting the millionaires' money in an escrow account that's not making them money in the meantime. Because honestly, a guy like Dave Tepper could take Nick Scorton's contract and make it pay for itself by the time the payments actually due. So this is just a crazy situation, and I'm surprised that the Texans and whoever picked Carson putting themselves in a situation that the rest of the league has to follow in this trend. They really bit off more they can chew doing this, because how often do you see the bottom half of the second round bust? It's all the time. A lot of times those guys don't work out, and you're going to guarantee their contract knowing good and well you messed up and you made a mistake and you shouldn't have took that guy within the second year. So I don't know. I think we're going to be fine with Nick Scorton. I think he's going to be fine too. He's going to work out and be a good player for us and all that. I'm not down on him or nothing. I just think it was a dumb move by the owners or whoever was managing those contracts to start this precedent. So we're going down a road now, and you can't turn around. It's a one-way street, Cody.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And it's like, would any of us, I mean, maybe at the time we would have, before we knew what his career turned into, but like, did Jonathan Mingo deserve a fully guaranteed contract? Like, I don't even know if that dude's still playing NFL football at
Right.
this point.
He's on depth. He's I don't know. He's on the depth chart with the Cowboys. And let's be real here. Once you start fully guaranteeing these contracts, these players stay on this team until 4 years. They don't get traded. They don't get moved off. The team don't move on from them. And let's be real. Today is the second rounders. In a couple years,
how long till it's the first? Yeah.
Third rounders saying, "I want a fully guaranteed deal."
And we talked about this on the Tuesday podcast that the CBA is going to be up in 2030, which is also going to be the new deal for when these networks sign new deals and new contracts with the NFL. Boys, I'm telling you, right now, I think the salary cap is like $280 million. Bro, in no time, it's going to be pushing 400, if not more. So they are throwing these dollars around, like they had Magic City in Atlanta, just throwing these dollar bills out to anyone.
Like they hit an NFLPA or something.
Yeah, just like that guy. But, bro, this is going to continue to get weird when you're going to have these players that bust. And then it's like, why are we signing these guaranteed monies? Like, remember, Jamarcus Russell was one of the main reasons, and to a lesser degree, Sam Bradford, were part of the reasons why they put a cap on the first round picks not signing for the most money in NFL history at their position before they even play a snap of NFL football. Like, this just seems counterintuitive to what they were originally trying to do in 2011. Or else Cam Newton would have been the next highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Now, I can only justify the top 9 or 10 picks into the second round. You know, you get into 42 or something like that, and those are all guaranteed. And then after that, no, it's not guaranteed anymore. It's a percentage, whether it's 80% pickle or 75 or whatever it may be. I mean, I'm just not – there's no reason that you should go in deep into the 40s and even into the 50s, pick overall in the NFL draft and guarantee that contract. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me either, man. But to what?
Damn, I'm muted the whole time. What the fuck? I'm sitting here jabbering up a storm.
I was muted too, Pickle.
Be like Tony.
By the way, David, I just sent you an email to the one that you sent in the private chat. So that's
Am I the only one that?
Awesome,
Go ahead,
thanks.
Yeah, I don't think the owners like it at all. According to Bill Polian said he talked to a number of the owners, and they're quite pissed off about it. Some of the owners want Roger Goodell to start investigating these agents and have a stricter stance on who gets hired as an NFL agent and who don't.
The name that I see the most before you go, Jake, is that David Mulagata. Like, he's the guy who I mean, you know, his name is associated, I feel like, with most of these guys now. In fact, he was the one who was Deshaun Watson's agent when he signed for all that guaranteed money with the Browns. So you're right, Pickle. They might try to push some of these agents out. That would be a dope topic for a new Jerry Maguire movie.
I just,
wonder-
sorry, I
wonder
was
if
going
a lot
to say,
of
I was just going to say something quick. I just think it's not going to be good for the NFL overall with these guaranteed contracts get signed.
I agree.
Unless there's a major salary cap like growth, because let's just say these players don't pan out, that means you're not going to have quality players, and you won't be able to afford quality players because your money's going to be spent on guaranteed money. So yeah, I don't think it's a good idea at all.
I wonder if the main reason, well, not main reason, but a reason that a lot of these players are asking for a fully guaranteed contract is just because the NIL deals in college, like they're making bank with them NIL deals. I mean, if they're not going to get a fully guaranteed contract or a nice contract that they're not going to be guaranteed a part of it, then they'll just stay in college and get paid. I mean,
Well, some of them should stay in college.
yeah.
That makes me wonder. Do you think the Shamar Stewart thing had anything to do with this? Do you think that him not signing that made these guys tighten down his contracts?
Shamar Stewart's, my understanding is Shamar Stewart's contract issues are the fact that the Bengals are putting stuff in there that no other NFL rookies ever had to put up with. Like if he gets stopped for speeding, then he gets 75% of his contract he owes the Bengals back. It's just stupid stuff that nobody would ever agree with. And some folks, he's actually at his old college.
Yeah, he's back training. He's training with Texas A&M, and they're saying that he might even go back and play for them this year.
Yeah, I've heard some folks say, well, he can't do that. It's never happened. It has happened. Rich Gannon was invited to the Bucks. Now, this is many years ago. Back in, he was invited to the Bucks training camp. And he said no. No, I'm sorry. What Rich Gannon? It was Bo Jackson, the running back.
He was invited to do some stuff with the Buccaneers, and because of that, it eliminated. I forget what it was. He had an offer to go and do something with baseball, but it prevented him from doing so. So he said, "No, I'm not going to Tampa Bay."
According to this article, I'm just glancing at, he was all right to go to Tampa, but he wanted to make sure that it didn't hurt his NCAA eligibility, so he didn't want that to be hurt. Well, Tampa told him, the Bucks owner told him, we have permission from the NCAA. You can come down and we'll tour our facility, because he said he was never playing for Tampa. Well, Tampa sucked back then real bad. So long story short, he went, the Bucks lied, and he was kicked out of the NCAA over that. Now, that being said, he pissed him off. He said he will never play for Tampa ever. They even drafted the number 1. He said, I'm not playing. So he entered the baseball draft and was drafted in the 4th round. He played in the baseball for a while, and then he got to know the Raiders owner, Al Davis, and that's when he signed with Jackson. He ended up signing with the Raiders.
Hell of an athlete, man. Hell of an athlete.
Dude, Bo Jackson was once in a lifetime. But let me ask all this, and let me pass the conversation to my boy Cole, back on the free for all. Cole, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? Had a little technical difficulties. I'm back with you now. How the hell are y'all doing?
It's all good. Hey, man, tell me this. Are you okay with Nick Scorton when he signs, if he signs? We're all hoping that's going to be soon. But are you okay with Nick Scorton signing a fully guaranteed contract, being a 2nd-round pick? Because it seems like that's all the rage these days, Cole. You better get all that guaranteed money if you're a 2nd-round pick.
Cody, I was touching on it a little bit in the green room before we started the program. I don't understand how they're going to pull this off and get away with it. And we have a prime example on our team of exactly why. You have Scorton sitting out. You give him the guaranteed money, and then you got Princely sitting right there. What if Princely looks better and gets more snaps than him? What if Princely is a starter at some point during this season and he doesn't have that guaranteed option, but Scorton does, and he's on the bench? Because you never know how these players' careers are going to turn out. So it's a really touchy situation. I don't know how they're going to get away with it.
Yeah.
And as Pickle said, next year the third rounders are going to be screaming for this. When is the line going to stop?
Yeah, can you imagine Terrace Marshall, man? Like if we had to do this last or a couple years ago when we drafted him, that would have been.
There's got to be some clause in it or something because there's going to be bench players getting guaranteed money as rookies.
Yeah, I mean, that's
wild, man.
That's a president that you're stuck with, because unfortunately these guys could just say, "All right, I'm not going to sign," and what I think will eventually happen is owners will just say, "No, I'm not doing this." But you're going to have one or two owners that's going to buck the trend, like everybody said, no NFL players deserve a fully guaranteed contract, and the Browns said, "Yeah, hold my beer." The Vikings also gave Kirk Cousins a guaranteed contract.
Like Cody alluded to earlier about the salary cap, they're going to have to raise the salary cap, especially if they go down the line of not just second round or third round. They're going to have to raise it.
But every time they raise the salary cap, it takes money out of the owners' pockets, and the owners jack the prices up at the stadium. Eventually, that's going to hit hardball. It just is. Eventually, people. I mean, viewership or not viewership, people going to stadiums have already declined. In my opinion, if I'm the owners, I'm not raising salary cap. I'm leaving exactly what it is, and if it bleeds, here's the scoop. In my opinion, NFL GM has to make a choice. I'm going to pay the rookies. I'm going to pay a veteran in free agency. I can't do both. You pay a quarterback $40 million. You pay your edge rusher $40 million. You got a wide receiver making $30 million. You got another receiver making $30 million. You've got a left tackle making $40 million. Eventually, the buck stops.
Yeah, I don't know where it ends. But also, like I pointed out earlier, not all of the players signing for the second rounders, not all of them are getting fully guaranteed contracts. So it makes me wonder, like, what determines who is and isn't getting the fully guaranteed dollars here? And does it just boil down to, hey, my agent's better than yours?
Yeah,
he knows how to negotiate way better than your agent.
Right, it does. It has to me. It has to do with how good your agent is comparable to how stubborn the GM is. You know, I mean, it hurts the Panthers, but if Brandon Tillis says, guys, we're not doing this shit. Well, Nick, you sign this contract here, or you can spend your entire rookie year sitting at home. That's how it is.
Well, not only that,
Nick, eventually he's going to say, fuck it, I'll sign what you offer and go.
Not only that,
go ahead.
Dee's mentioned it earlier, though. If you pay attention to the fully guaranteed contract, most of them is just the first 10 picks, like from pick 33 to like pick 41 or something like that.
And some of them later on, their contracts are like 80%. And they were talking about one on NFL Network, on NFL XM. They said one guy has the first 2 years guaranteed.
It's on the list. Yeah.
And then after that, it's not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes better sense, because you're going to give a guy that you draft in the second round
2 years
to show you something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if not, you're going to end up paying a guy to start fully guaranteed contract and know that he's not the guy. And when you really need to go out in free agency and sign the guy to start over him and let him develop, but you're not financially going to be able to do that. And that is the exact situation. And what you were talking about earlier, I think those chickens have already come home to roost. Why do you think so many Panthers PSL owners sell their tickets and to rival fans to let them come in the stadium? Because it's just not worth it. Why am I going to go drop a couple Benjamins on a team that's playing so poorly, that's not doing well, that hasn't done anything in the last 5 years.
Right.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
Leave that comment up, Cody. Y'all, Panro, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Let's be real, though, dude. Let's hypothetically say in 2 years, your entire third round and your fourth round says, no, we're not signing the contracts you give us fully guaranteed. What is the NFL is going to do? It's not about one team. One team's going to come in and sign it because they need that guy on that team, or the entire league, the entire NFL.
Yeah,
is
but
going
then
to say no, we're not going to do that.
But hold on.
And then the law takes him to court, or the PA takes him to court or an agent files a lawsuit.
Well, but then they're
of
going to
collusion.
be playing a game of chicken, though, Pickle. Because
Right.
but then what's going to happen is these players will say, all right, well, I'm just going to do like what, for example, let's say Shamar Stewart goes back to Texas A&M this year and plays. Like, eventually, these guys only have one other year to go back and play college football. Like, it's going to be a game of chicken. Who's going to be willing to hold out first? College players who want to go to the NFL, but they're not willing to sign contracts that don't have guaranteed money, or the NFL who's saying, hey, we're not going to add a brand new crop of NFL players to our rosters this year because they're asking for all this unreasonable shit in their contract. Like, one of them is going to have to flinch first. And, dude, the NFLPA is so inept. Like, are they really going to get anything done in favor of these players? Like, I doubt it, man. Like, I think in the end, it's going to go whatever way the NFL owners decide that it's going to go. Go ahead, Jake.
Now, after the news we've heard about that one guy, I wouldn't be surprised if the NFLPA, the whole organization of that, gets investigated. They need to be. I mean, the way I feel about it, you could have one bad egg in that bunch, but you better look at the other bunch too.
And let's be clear, the NFLPA did not fire him. He quit.
Yeah, he quit.
The NFLPA would refuse to fire him. So, like I said before, the NFL PA is trash. Yeah. It's one of the worst.
It's an embarrassment.
Professional unions out there. But y'all want to talk about BS? How lucky did the Browns get, or how bad does Quinshon Jenkins consider himself, knowing that everybody around him, including his fellow Cleveland Brown draft pick Carson Schwetzinger, got fully guaranteed deals? He had a legal issue because his ass got arrested, and he ain't got his deal, and the Browns aren't giving him a fully guaranteed contract because of that deal.
Yeah, is that the dude that assaulted his girlfriend?
Right.
Yeah, and then they're saying he might get a 4 to 6 game suspension.
Yeah, I mean,
so if you're the Browns, you're not going to have him for the majority of his rookie contract. Why are you even going to pay him?
Right.
That much
and he was drafted. Schwetzinger, the Browns had 2 second-round picks. Mm-hmm. Schwetzinger was drafted at 33. Mm-hmm. Quinshon Jenkins was drafted at 36.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have done that pick, he probably would have got a fully guaranteed contract for sure.
Right.
Like I was saying earlier, somebody, if it's not the players or the owner, somebody, one or two ain't gonna be happy. Even when it's finally settled, both of them ain't gonna be happy. One of them's gonna be happy, the other one's not.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So, is there any more that y'all want to talk or say about Nick Scorton before we move on here?
I just want to
say about Nick Scorton or his situation.
I just want to say one thing to Quinshon Jenkins. You fucked up. You ain't gonna get your money, but don't worry. A guy drafted a few rounds later, Dylan Sampson, was 3rd string. He's now probably going to be 2nd string for the Browns, and he got it. Just keep your ass at home.
And he shouldn't have punched that lady, Jake. I get that. That's wrong. You should never punch a lady, and you shouldn't put yourself
on a woman.
And you shouldn't put yourself in a situation where you're that bad. But the thing about it, Cole, is that lady stayed with him 5 more days before she filed charges on him.
Yeah.
And it's an old money grab, but he shouldn't have punched her in the first place. I mean, I get it. It's just a bad situation all the way around.
It is.
I feel bad for him. I mean, he had everything going for him and made one mistake, and now it's all just crashing down around him. That's tough.
Right.
And I just want to say real quick about
Dylan Pickle.
Nick Scored.
Yep.
I'm not going to be worried about him not signing that contract till the day of training camp. The day of. If he's not signed by the day of training camp, 21st, which next Tuesday I believe it is, something like that.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm not worried about it. I think the deal.
But Cole's 100% right. If you're Princely,
you take advantage of this shit. You never
you
look back.
call the Nick up and say, brother, you deserve your money. You sit at home and don't worry about it. I got this.
Absolutely. You take full advantage of it. And Scorton needs to know that too and go ahead and sign the damn deal. And I think that's how the story's going.
Yeah, because I mean, I think in the end of all this, at least one second round pick's going to say, agent, fuck you, dude.
I'm trying to go out there.
It might already happen.
Yeah, it might
already happen.
Yeah, what does the agent do if the player agrees to a deal? And then
nothing.
About it?
Nothing. His rookie year, an agent don't do the damn thing. Help fill out paperwork.
So, boys,
Panthers fans gonna be salty, Cody, when they realize we fully guaranteed a contract for a guy that's a run stopper.
They can ride contract out as long as they.
I mean, and also you are sort of banking on his potential because the year before last he had 10 sacks and he was playing in the ACC, I believe, but then he went to Texas A&M and his production sort of fell off. But they used him in a lot of different ways. So his role this year, sitting behind a Patrick Jones and sitting behind a DJ Warner, maybe that role isn't as big as a lot of fans are envisioning it to be. But that's actually a great segue, though, because we're going to talk about what is the most exciting roster battles that we're going to be looking forward to now that training camp is right around the corner. And follow all my boys on Spaces on Twitter. They do these Spaces many times throughout the week, and we were talking about this yesterday. But what is the most exciting roster battles and positions on this roster going into training camp, boys? Jump on it. Whoever wants to go first.
Well, I already know it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom of the linebacker room. I was just a little bit faster than you were, Jake. Sorry, but it's at the bottom of the linebacker room. Me and Cole like the Martin Scott or Bam Martin Scott guy, and then the Nomura guy as well. We like him, and we're looking for those two to somehow sneak on the practice squad. And we're kind of feeling like Claudin Sherless may have his job on the line. And then Radigan probably doesn't have a chance. Jacoby Windman may not have a chance. And I'm also starting to feel a little less bullish on Christian Roseboom taking that job from Josie Jewell. I don't know. I'd like to know how other fans feel about that. Put it in the comments if you feel good about Josie Jewell or if you feel good about Roseboom. I want to know what other people think on that.
No, that's a great question, too.
I ain't got to say nothing. He just spoke for me right
No,
now.
say something, Cole.
I'm just saying.
This is a great conversation.
These took the position I wanted and exactly my thoughts. I ain't got.
All right, but then let's stay on that though. So, but if you're picking between Josie Jewell and Christian Roseboom, who are you more expecting to have that position between the two of them?
That's the part.
Josie Jewell.
No, Josie Jewell needs to be making me a damn sandwich.
But Ejero will likely pick Josie Jewell because
he probably will, and guess what? We had the worst fucking defense in the league last year, so I don't really value what he's thinking right now.
What Josie Jewell are we going to get? Are we going to get the early season
average,
Jewell,
the mid,
which wasn't
below
good,
average one,
or the later in the season Josie Jewell, which was pretty damn good?
Cody, what about him?
I think we're keeping four. I think we're keeping four linebackers inside linebackers. Anyway. And the question that you, to me, when I look at this, I see two starters and a guy off the bench that can run in and relieve either one. All right. Yeah. So whether it's Josie coming off the bench and relieving, or if it's Roseboom, I don't really know until it happens.
I want to run Roseboom a while.
The fourth linebacker is going to be a guy who's real good on special teams. And that's a unit that we don't often like to talk about. They're not going to they're not going to go out and get a free agent guy who has experience starting just so he could play on special teams. They're going to get a special teams guy who can play on special teams to play special teams.
I'm with that.
Just like edge rusher. Edge rusher, I think, is a very complicated position right now.
Yep.
And there is absolutely zero way I see DJ Johnson and Mario Barno both making this roster.
Yeah, go ahead, Jake.
No,
I want
both
either
of them.
like Deez was talking about, one of them two guys at the bottom, like Bam Martin Scott or Namora, one of them two to take Claude and Charlie's spot.
Absolutely, I'll take them over them right.
I
this
want
second,
one of them
Jake.
two guys to step up because I've seen what Claude and Charles can do on the field. I haven't seen either one of them other two guys and what they can do on the field. I hope one of them guys has an absolutely incredible training camp, incredible preseason, because at that point, they got to take Claude and Charles' spot, one of the two.
Yeah. Let me go to David and then Alex. Go ahead, David.
Before I jump off, I want to add some of this. The position group I am interested in is the wide receiver group.
Yes, sir.
Who's gonna, if Moore is gonna make it? So I watched this interview. I watched this interview with Moore, and he was very confident that he was making the team.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that was very interesting. And then another thing to point out with the linebacker group is that they were in that was that Camp Confidential, whatever.
Yeah.
They were talking about they needed a starting linebacker, and then it went to Roseboom. So the question is, in my opinion, Roseboom is the solidified starter, and the competition's going to be Jewel and what's his name?
That's how it should be.
Jersey Jewel and Rose.
That's exactly how it needs to be.
Trevor Wallace is there as a
Wallace.
starter.
Yeah, that's kind of how they painted the picture.
What do you do?
That's a good question though. Is Wallace guaranteed to be a starter?
I hope
at this point, no.
Because if
it was me, I would have Wallace start. Though.
Yeah, I would too. I would have Wallace next to Roseboom. There's no way Josie Jewell starts unless Wallace looks horrible. And if that's the competition case,
right there.
If that's the case, then you have to, as much as people don't like it, you have to start questioning the sanity, and you should expect answers from Dan Morgan on why was Wallace drafted in the third round. It ain't like you didn't have a better option at linebacker available. You just didn't do it.
Don't do it, Big One.
I already did.
I'm not gonna say shit.
Hey guys, I'm popping off.
All right, David, I
right,
appreciate you, man, and just email me and we'll talk, bro.
Sounds good. I'll be listening.
Yep. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother.
Right.
Let me go to Alex. Alex, what do you think is the most exciting roster battle to watch on this whole team right now?
Exciting to me is going to be the receivers. Like obviously as like Panther fans, we like are digging deeper like into the defense and stuff like that. But like I'd say like from the outsider perspective and like just like on the surface, receivers for sure. Just because like you got probably like, if you count David Moore, you got about like 7 receivers that could potentially make the roster. And that interview with Jimmy Horn, him talking about his goals and that one of them was on the special teams. So I think they're looking to see what Jimmy Horn can do on special teams. And we might see someone like a Blackshear like cut during training camp. Like we might see that just because who knows? Trevor Etienne, I think they drafted him for a reason. So there's a lot of moving parts, but yeah, I'd say receiver.
Yeah, receiver is definitely the most fun, right? Like that was the one that is the most. It has the most eyeballs on it for a number of different reasons, right? We've never had a wide receiver room that all of the fans generally felt was this deep. Shout out to the real HHENT says, don't forget we have a kicker competition. I mean, do we though? I mean, I think Nick Fitzgerald kind of got the shit on a lot.
I hope so.
But we will find out. That is a great point though. So that's one that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on. But like I was saying, to me, the kicker position, the wide receiver position it has the most eyes on it because, one, it's very deep at that position, but number two, we really don't know how many wide receivers we're going to keep. A lot of us say 6, some even say 7. Now, that's a lot of wide receivers to keep if you only have a 4-man roster. I mean, you have to keep serviceable depth at other positions as well. So that's why, in my opinion, I've always said that we're going to keep 6. It was Nalo, it was Xavier Legette, it was Jalen Coker, Adam Thielen, Hunter Renfrow, and Jimmy Horn Jr. To me, those are the 6 that are going to comprise our wide receiver room. But, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. I even think that I could mention outside linebacker, depending upon how early Nick Scorton and Prince Milan pick up the scheme and what Ejiro Rivero wants them to do and be this year. A lot of that's depending. But how much of an honest look to be a starter will the coaches give those guys this year? I think that's a good question as well.
I think there's going to be a battle with the second safety that we're going to have opposite of Trayvon. I think that Lathan Ransom and Damani Richardson, I think that's going to be a legit battle too. I mean, we've seen that Damani Richardson, he got some love in that Panther blueprint when he got the interception. And and Lathan Ransom, I mean, this dude's coming out of college, coming from a championship caliber defense. I mean, there's no telling what he's going to do, but I think that's going to be an interesting battle, honestly.
Cody, I want to give a different answer for the sake of the conversation. I actually have two. I think it's going to be really interesting, at least to me. I think our center position is always an interesting position until we get a solid answer here. So that's a good answer for me. And I feel the edge rusher is obviously a good answer as well. Who's going to step up and lead the team in sacks in the edge position is just the biggest question mark on the team.
Cole, do you have an odds-on favorite of who that starting center will be? This has been very contentious in our chat rooms. Not everybody has all the
answers. We've fought over that, Cody.
Yeah, we've all been scrapping over the center position.
I've been real ugly about that one, but
Corbett.
I don't appreciate Austin Corbett
Cade Mays
to be listed number 1. I do not believe he is our starting center. I'm going with Cade
Mays. I don't
go with Cade Mays.
No, I don't. I think Austin Corbett's career is done.
I do too.
I'll say that.
What are we doing? Why are we wasting time? I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Because I tell you why. Because we were too fucking stupid last year, and we drafted a moronic fucking running back instead of a quality center. That's why
the top center
we told Mr. Pittsburgh Steeler, you go ahead and take the best center in the draft. Merry fucking Christmas. We're gonna go get some jack off running back who can't stay healthy. Oh, by the way, don't worry. In the 3rd round, we're gonna take a lame ass linebacker who may not even start his 2nd year, and you can take the best inside linebacker in the draft.
Cody, I had a hard time with that first draft. He's speaking facts.
Cody, I'm okay with when it comes to Corbett. Like, it's honestly, this is not a bad problem to have.
No, it's not.
I think it's one of those things where they kept Corbett because I think he's a locker room leader for this team and then for the O-line. So I know he's been hurt the last few years and it's been brutal. And I know Pickle has alluded to it. When it comes to the center position, he hasn't really performed or he hasn't really played much in that position. So I understand why a lot of us want Cade Mays. He came in and he actually did a really, really fantastic job in the center role. But
right, if Alex, if I may say real quick, and I don't want people to misunderstand me because they very well may. At guard, Austin Corbett was elite. I'll say that. And if he was battling for depth at guard or a guard position, I would honestly respect his battle because he deserves the battle at guard because he was a Pro Bowl guard. Now, but it's not. It's at a position that he's played 5 games. He played a few games. That's it.
Less than 300 snaps.
He really didn't look all that good. Now is he a slightly better pass blocker than Corbett? Yeah. Is he a better run blocker? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think you just got done alluding to the main reason why I think he's still on this roster too is because he can play guard. I mean, that's where he was a Pro Bowler at. I think that that has a lot to do with him. It's like what you can do. Like Brady Christian, let's be honest with you. I mean, a lot had to do with nobody else wanted him, but he also can play anywhere on that damn line, somewhat good. I mean, I haven't seen him play on that line bad. I mean, he's had mistakes, but he can literally play anywhere on that line, whether it's left tackle, left guard, center. I mean, right guard, right tackle, he can play anywhere. And I think that's the main reason why Austin Corbett, because he can play center somewhat good, and he can also play as a Pro Bowl caliber guard.
Right. And you're right. As far as that goes, but again, you have to ask yourself, can he stay healthy? And I mean, and I'll just say it. Bryce looked his best, and who was his center?
Cade, to me.
Yeah,
when Bryce looked his best, it was Cade Mays was center.
I agree with Alex. It's a great problem to have.
It is, Cody.
That we have guys that are that we have a lot of faith in at that position. I mean, even Austin Corbett, right? Like Austin Corbett, the injuries are a real concern. Like what Pickle said, will he be able to stay healthy? That's a legit question. But when he did play, the man was one of the highest graded on PFF, and so was Cade Mays. And hey, by the way, so was Brady Christensen, which is another name that we still don't mention enough of. That is like the Rodney Dangerfield. No respect, I tell you. No respect. That guy is the Swiss Army.
What's he doing right now? He needs to come play center then, man.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, man. That's a good damn problem to have, that you have three men on this roster that could be either a day one starter or serviceable depth the moment that you need them.
And I was going to say real quick, Jake, the other guy that the Panthers drafted, he actually stepped up pretty well last year as well on the O-line as a guard. Chandler Zavala.
Oh, yeah.
I think he played really, really well, like from last year when he had.
He's close, Alex. He's not ready yet, but he's really close.
Yeah.
No, he's night and day from 2 years.
Yeah,
ago.
and that's interesting. Absolutely, that's interesting conversation. If some folks are demanding we keep 7 receivers, where do you make that cut at?
Ooh.
Is it going to be offensive line? Because I project them. I project them to carry 9 offensive linemen.
They can go ahead. They cut Ty Total and LeBron Ray, right?
But it's something else though too. Just because you keep 6 receivers, don't mean all 6 are playing. So who you going to inactivate? And I mean, and other than the top 3, the others have to play all 4 versions of special teams. They got to tackle, they got to block, and maybe potentially return kicks. That's just how it works.
Can you bring that list back up, Cody?
Yeah.
I tell you another name that we ain't. It ain't really a position battle, but I do think that Jatavian Sanders is going to take over that number 1 tight end spot. I think Tommy Tremble, because of his back injury, not only that, his injury history in general, I think that's going to actually.
They got him listed as the 1, 2. I automatically assume Sanders is already there. That's bullshit.
I think Jatavian
they have Tommy Tremble listed at number 1.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know about that.
We get ready to find out about him, Cody.
It's been that way all off season just because.
We got 3 of them.
And again, I said this on Space, and I'll say it here: the NFL the Panthers do not fill these depth charts out. These depth charts are done by fans.
What up, Jelly?
Our lads is done by a podcast.
And also, by the way, check us out on Kick if you haven't done so already. In fact, I would even recommend, if you're watching the pod, also bring us up on Kick as well. Even if you're not in the chat room talking, it definitely helps out the numbers and helps us to get seen by more people. If we get to 20 people on Kick, we can monetize. So it's C3 Panthers Pod, all one word, on kick.com. So we appreciate y'all. That helps us out tremendously. But yeah, right now, so this isn't an official list, but right now Tommy Tremble is listed at number 1. But they also have a whole nother position that's empty. I think Tremble and Jatavion Sanders will both see a lot of playing time. This is a good wild card. Is what about Mitchell Evans? Like, is there any way for him to crack the lineup and potentially be somewhat of a starter for us this year, even if it's just a couple plays at a time?
If Tommy Tremble, if the camp starts and Tommy's still having back issues, or even if he ain't, they're likely going to put him on light duty anyway. So then Mitchell Evans will step right in there as a number 2 tight end. And if he outperforms Jatavion Sanders, hey, there's a realistic possibility he could be the number 1 tight end by the start of the regular season.
I mean, them back injuries, man, ain't nothing to play with. They could slip up at any given week, even given day.
Y'all take it upon your time. Go find out the available free agents, tight ends, and then imagine what happens if Tommy Tremble goes on IR.
Oh, yeah, we looked at that list, Pickle. It ain't pretty.
Bad. It ain't
pretty at all.
It's bad.
So, look, Panthro74 says San Fran and Chargers desperately need a wide receiver. I would trade one and keep depth at OL first. Now, could that be Adam Thielen? Because a lot of us have been discussing lately, what is the difference between an Adam Thielen and a Hunter Renfrow? Or, are you okay with trading one or the other? That's been a question that a lot of people have brought up, and I wanted to bring this up because for the first time in a long time, I feel like the Panthers are specifically this offense. They've been out here putting in the work, boys. Mm-hmm. This is from Tataroa McMillan's official YouTube page, putting stuff out on them working, going on a boating trip, but the boys are out there putting.
To be honest with you, it was Adam Thielen's boat. And I'm just going to be bluntly honest. You brought it up, Cody. If I'm trading anybody in this wide receiver room that has value, I'm going to see what I get from Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, I knew it's coming.
But what I mean, no, and it's reality.
No,
Adam has a connection with the young guys already. That's not saying that Hunter doesn't or can't. It's just he goes out of his way and be's that leader of it all. Shout out to Jacoby George, who was the one who jumped in the lake with Xavier Legette because Xavier can't swim, and that's why he didn't want to let go of that rope. So, I know what it feels like to be scared of water. I have some relatives that are frightfully. Mama was scared of water. If it wasn't for my dad, we wouldn't have went in a mile of the lake. Fact. So,
I could live in the water if I could.
Yeah.
I'd be like one of those. I'd be like I'd be Aquaman talking to the sharks and shit.
Yeah.
But hey, Diesel Skills brought this up. He wanted me to play some of these videos. What you got to say about this wide receiver position, bro?
Well, it's just you were talking about 6 or 7 being kept, and it just the type of chemistry and the type of culture that they're building lends to think maybe 7 could be kept. With Jacoby George being the guy that lands on the practice squad, the guy that had the chemistry with XL to jump in the water to help him when he thought he was drowning in ankle-deep water, as they said, and they all laughed about him. He's just scared of the water because he can't swim. I've seen a lot of guys like that. I mean, it makes sense. If you can't swim, there's a lot to be scared of getting in the water. It's not a normal thing for you because you don't know how to navigate in it. And you don't want to go below where you can't see anything. So, I understand where XL was coming from. But it looks like Jacoby George, you saw him here sparring a little bit with XL, joking around with him, running the routes with Bryce. I think Jimmy Horn's a lock, man. They couldn't wait to get him on this team to be a returner. Jimmy Horn's going to make the roster and probably be a returner for us. And so then you got a guy like Renfrow that comes into the fold, and you have to think that, that worked out pretty good. I mean, we were able to sign a free agent, a guy that was back in 2021, a all-star, a all-pro for the NFL. And you got to think that maybe he's going to get ahead of some of these younger guys. He may get ahead of Coker. And I just kind of see that playing out. I think that somewhere during this season, I don't know if it's going to be early or late in the season, I think we're going to see Renfrow and Thielen on the field at the same time. It's going to happen. And it may be sooner than later. We may see it week 1. I mean, he may be heads and shoulders above some of these younger guys that we're expecting to grow and develop. And it could even, like I said, slow them down and develop him because he's taking time away from them off of the field, getting them off the field. I just really think that Renfrow looks better than I expected him to look. He looks faster. He looks healthier, looks stronger. He doesn't look skinny or weak at all. He looks filled out, muscular, if you will, at least for Renfro, for his size. He was never a big guy anyway. And I just think with his craftiness, I mean, he's a guy that's going to make this roster, impact it, and keep some of the younger guys off the field to some extent. And we've got a blessing here in Carolina. I don't know that we've ever had this good of a wide receiver room on paper. On paper, we got to go out and prove it each and every week. But on paper, we've got a real blessing. We need to hold on to as many of them as we can. I wouldn't entertain a trade whatsoever because this is the first time we've ever had a full wide receiver room in Carolina, Pickle.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That's
Dean,
a great point.
let me throw a question out for you, sir. If we only keep 6, could Jacoby George steal a roster spot?
I hope he can.
I mean, can he steal a spot? Can he outplay David Moore and bump him?
Yes.
He would have to outplay Hunter Renfro as well.
That's what I'm saying. Can he do it? It goes to the point to say, David Moore had his fair share of drops last year too. Hunter has some medical issues in the past. If Hunter has a slight hiccup, or David Moore drops a few more balls, and Jacoby George makes plays.
It's the wrong year for Jacoby George, though, Pickle. That's the problem. I would be so much more high on him if it was any other year than what's going on right now. Right. I really would be stomping my feet for him.
I think by the looks of it, he makes the practice squad. But here's the problem you have, folks. If you are Jacoby George and you're making plays in training camp, you go to preseason, you're making plays. Well, we entertain the Browns. Well, I don't know who we do, but we're playing. We're practicing with the Browns and the Texans. If he's making plays in practice and he makes a few plays in the preseason, you don't think they're going to eyeball him when he hits free agency, when he goes through the waiver wire?
Well, yeah, they will. But the thing is like they're not going to – they know this. Everyone knows that Carolina's going to have to make a few hard cuts when it comes to the wide receiver position. So it's like I mean, honestly, you're going to be playing Tet, you're going to be playing Thielen, you're going to be playing XL, and then Coker. I mean, honestly, those are the 4 they're going to be playing.
Right. Well, but also let me look at it this way. You're week 1. You're David Canales. You're Dan Morgan. You're maybe even Brad Izik, Ivero, whoever. And you're going to sit down and discuss who gets inactive. How easy would it be to inactivate Jacoby George over Hunter Renfro and David Moore? Because if you're only activating 4 receivers, even at that list, Jalen Coker or Jimmy Horn Jr., one has to be inactive. You're only playing 4 stops in. If you have 6 guys on your roster, you're only playing 4. 2 of them have to be inactive.
Well, my thing about it is if there's only going to be 4 activated, then which one of them is going to play kick returner? Because somebody's got to be kick returner. And none of the 4 you just mentioned, I don't see them being a kick returner. None of them.
The only one is Jimmy Horn. Jimmy
Horn and ETN is going to be the only 2 that I see doing it.
And if and again, kick returner, punt returner is a prime example. Jimmy Horn plays in both. More than likely, he's going to be on the game day activation because of that reason. And he would also classify as a 4th receiver active, as traditionally it is.
Well, XL can return in a pinch if we're in a tight spot, same way Steve Smith did for us, Pickle. I think that's another option we got back there for returner. But wide receiver room is going to be all the talk next week, Cody. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we like other Panthers pointing out in the chat. I mean, we're loaded, man, and this has never happened to us before. And we've never taken a wide receiver at number 8 overall. I should have included in my opening monologue. I mean, should be just pure excitement. And then Bryce, all the stuff with Bryce coming out, going back to modern day that the Panthers put out today and spending time with these wide receivers in the offseason. This is more than what we saw last year. He's spending more time with them this year than
Yes.
last year. This is a closer bond. We didn't see him go out on the lake and do all this stuff. I mean, they didn't do it.
Yes.
This is a new type of energy on this team, a new type of chemistry we got going on offense. This really isn't the same old tired Carolina Panthers. Now, we might not go to the daggone Super Bowl like I want us to, but I think we're going to have a good year. And there's going to be a lot of competition in this wide receiver room. If somebody tweaks an ankle, it's going to be real unfortunate for them because they're going to end up losing a spot, and like fans are going to be disappointed. And we don't know who that could be.
If I may say real quick to Panthro 74, I think there is zero chances that Jimmy Horn Jr. doesn't make the 53-man roster.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, even
don't.
Jimmy's in.
And if the Panthers think they're going to cut him and put him on the practice squad, I do not see him making it past way.
He would have to look awful, like absolutely awful, for
Right.
him not to make it.
Exactly.
Well, you
I
Jimmy
think
Horn. You see that Jimmy Horn is already, he is doing,
Right.
going out to Minnesota with the guys, and he is,
Yes.
he's really a
He's
part of
the team.
what they're, it's part of what they're trying to do. But
Right.
let me also share this, because the Panthers content team over on Twitter or X, however you want to call it, they're already pumping up some excitement over Jimmy Horn Jr. This is Thomas Davis asking Jimmy Horn what he wants to accomplish in year one.
The things that you want to bring to the table, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to accomplishing in your first year as an NFL player?
My rookie year, I just want to go out there and impact any way I can. That could be from special teams, offense, taking 5-yard catches to a 90-yard touchdown. I'm just trying to do anything I could do to help the team win. And then I feel like if I play that way, whatever accolades I'm looking for fall on to me.
What are some of the things that
Bro, am I tripping? Like, I know he's only listed at like 175 pounds or whatever.
So I'm
But
just trying to do anything.
bro is kind of low-key swole, huh? Bro,
Yeah.
look at his arms,
Yeah.
man.
Damn, he got the SpongeBob arm when he pumps him up with his
Yeah, bro, like bro is not, he's not a
He's got a
little
good build
dude,
for
man.
an
Like,
NFL
yeah,
I
that's
receiver.
what I'm
didn't think
saying.
he was
He's
that tall.
He's built a little bit bigger than, for example,
Yeah. Even
Devonta
5'8",
Smith.
174.
That's
Bro,
what
his
I'm
arms
saying.
are bigger
Like,
than his legs, Cody.
he's not listed
can't
as
say
very
that, man.
big. And
But you
this
know
is
what,
part
people,
of the
you can get
reason
away
why
with
he
that
dropped
shit
down.
these days, though.
This is
Yeah.
part of the reason why you dropped down to like, what was it, the 8th
6th
round?
round.
Or the
Right.
6th, 7th round. So, it's like, but, like, who was it that said in the chat? We don't have no speed. Yeah, Dan Floyd says we don't have no real speed.
That's
If
We
we
don't have
don't
that
have Jimmy Horn, we don't
we don't have
Yeah,
that
we
kind
don't-
of speed.
Yeah, we don't have burners, right? Like,
The closest two burners we got other than Horn, I'm going to say Kobe Hudson and Jacoby George. The
well, I mean,
closest-
remember, XL also did
XL's
run
got
a
speed.
4.3.
XL ain't
Right.
slow, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
XL
you're
is
right.
not slow.
You're right. You're right.
But that's not really what he's known for
No.
until he
Right.
turns out to be
You
that
got to put
way.
the pads on to get the speed out of him.
Yeah.
No. Hey, shout out to XL, brother. I'm just gonna say this. Shout out to you, bro. You got good speed. You got you
Yeah,
can outbeat.
yes, sir.
You can out. Damn, Kevin. You
You can outrun a horse, Pickle.
You can outrun the Eagles secondary. But if you don't catch the ball, it don't fucking matter, bro.
He can outrun
Yeah.
Dollar Bill.
Doesn't catch that ball. That's the name of the game, bro.
Hey man,
But-
where's that dude got that tattoo? Face up, bro. Face
I
up.
know.
I want to see it.
But,
was
I
pushing
do
that
think-
shit.
Like I said, to me, the two most interesting roster spots or the roster battles is going to be
Well, he's from Colorado.
probably
Kevin. That's
number
why.
one, the wide receivers, for obvious reasons that we just mentioned. Number two, we can't forget the kicker, right? Even though I feel like the only name that we're really like all
Ryan
excited
Fitzgerald.
about and looking for is Ryan Fitzgerald. But that linebacker position as well. Christian Rosersboom, Josie Jewell. We were talking about that earlier. There's not a lot of trust there. But that brings me to another thing that I wanted to mention. What do you guys feel the Panthers are going to do, if anything, before the start of the season? do you think that we're going to add any players specifically to our defensive backfield? Because a lot of people have been saying that out of every position group on our roster, the safeties and the corners are probably the most shallow when it comes to pure depth. So, in your opinion, do you think the Carolina Panthers add anyone to this team before the start of the season? Be it Asante Samuel Jr., who is still out there. You have Justin Simmons, who played for the Panthers, for the Falcons last year. There's rumors he wants to go to Philly, but also Carolina would like to sign him. Then there's still those rumors that old Gillylock is out there, and maybe the Panthers would be interested in him. Boys, do the Panthers make any sort of upgrades to the defensive backfield before we start the season?
I got a better question for you, Cody. I got a question for you. Are any of the players you mentioned want to come to Carolina?
I believe, I do believe so. Because I believe that these guys are not the most in-demand players. Or else I think that they would have been signed. And I feel like if someone like Carolina comes knocking and they need your help, beggars can't be choosers, man. And I feel like Justin Simmons, having played in Denver, already being familiar with the Giro Rivero, probably would see the Carolina defense as a place where he could step in right away and be a meaningful contributor to what they're trying to do on defense.
Well, here's my question, though. Or not my question, my statement. While, to be honest, I like Justin Simmons. I also like Blackman. I believe if I'm running the team, he would step immediately at free safety. That's what a lot of people would recommend that. If Sante Samuel signs, at the very least, he should be a nickel. But let's be bluff. I wouldn't put Asante Samuels at nickel though, because he doesn't tackle to me well enough to be on a nickel back. But nonetheless, my point of the matter is, I believe this coaching staff, including Dan Morgan, wants to give these guys on the roster the opportunity to start. So I don't believe they want anybody that's going to come in here that's going to say I'm auto start week 1. And I don't think the team will deal with a player who wants to be an auto start week 1.
No, that's just common sense. You don't want to bring him in. You don't want to bring him in during the training camp evaluation period. A guy that's a veteran like this, a guy that's an automatic starter. You want to look at what you got and see how it lines up. And I'm telling you, we know right now that the Panthers offense is better than the Panthers defense. I think we can all at least agree on something that simple. Yeah. The Panthers offense is better. Yeah. When they go in those 7-on-7 drills or whatever it is, where there's no lineman on the field, you just got the skill positions, and we should be lighting them up. We should be lighting up the secondary. Yes, we got Ray Reed. Yes, he's good. Yes, we got J.C. Horn. Yes, he's good. But outside of those two, those guys are inexperienced and should be getting burnt by what we have on offense. They should be. And if we're seeing that, then, okay, we need to look at signing one of these guys. But if you're an offensive head coach like Dave Canales, Jake, are you even going to bother on the last year of your defensive coordinator's last contract year? Are you even going to bother to waste the cap money to bring a guy in for that secondary? Or are you just going to let those guys that you have back there develop and then see what happens with the new defensive coordinator? That's my question.
Yeah, if it comes to Canales, I think he's just going to let it ride. But if it comes to Dan Morgan, I think the question really depends on these guys if they step up during training camp. I think that has a lot to do with it. If they don't step up during training camp, somebody's lacking somewhere, I think they do add a guy, but I don't think they're going to add him till the middle of training camp, till the end of it. And like I said, it has to deal with somebody not stepping up or just somebody gets injured or something. But to me, I think they do need to add at least one guy, whether that's safety or cornerback. It's got to be one of the two. Whether it's safety, I'm good with either one of them. But I do think they got to add to one of those position groups, whether it's safety or corner.
I agree.
Julian Blackman is my guy that's still a free agent, who I absolutely think they should go out there and sign. He's only 26 years old, and he can play safety. He can play nickel corner. He can play both positions, not just the safety position. And I think that's a guy that you can give not just a 1-year deal, that you can give him like a 3-year deal. And I think that's what he's going to actually kind of demand, unless he does only want a 1-year rental just to prove that he's good.
Right.
Yeah. kind of piggybacking on what you were saying, these, y'all remember all those years when the Saints went 7-9, like 3 years in a row, because they had a good offense, but the defense just couldn't get out the way. Like, again, just judging this defense based on paper right now with how many unknowns, and like just being realistic and taking out all the optimism, right? As fans, we're allowed to be optimistic, but we can be real. There is a lot of unknowns on this defense. Like, bro, 6-10, 7-9, whatever, to me, that could be realistic. And honestly, that might not even be counted as a loss if you're a Panthers fan, if you're able to show a competent offense that's able to keep us in games all year. If Bryce is balling out and the completion percentage is good and the QBR is good and the wide receivers are able to mitigate all the drops that they've been having, like there's real potential that this offense could be the selling point for the Carolina Panthers being a destination next year. You know what I mean? Like, if this offense shows a real sign of life, then maybe this next year, going into the 2026 season could kind of be like it was in 2020, where we had that entire defensive draft. You never know. That might be the trajectory that we're on right now. Not saying that it will happen, but I can easily see that happening right now.
Cody, is it wild if I say that I think we do have a top 10 offense on paper? I mean, we have a top 10 running back, right? We have a top 10 offensive line, right? We got so much faith in Bryce Young going in this season from his last 6 games of last season going in. And then we finally got a clear-cut number 1 wide receiver, which we have been lacking for years now. We have that now potentially in T-Mac, a.k.a. Nilo. I think we do have a top 10 offense. We just got to see it, man. I think it's going to happen, too.
And that's the thing too, Cody. It's like, if we go out here and the offense is performing like you're describing, we're seeing great games by our number 8 overall draft pick. We're seeing great games continued by Bryce Young. We're dominant in the running game, and that's what Jake was referring to. We were top 10 in run blocking. We were top 15 in pass blocking. We were not as good at pass blocking. We need to grow there. And whether that, hey, maybe Austin Corbett's the key. Maybe you put Austin Corbett in at center, then now we're a top 10 pass blocking unit. That needs to happen. I don't want to see Bryce Young get sacked 30 times this year. It needs to be in the 20s or bust. Or the offensive line is overpaid, and I need to see that sack number in their 20s. But what happens when we go out here on Sunday at 1:00 p.m., because, that's what time the Panthers always play, and we put up 30 points. BY9 kills it. He scores 30 on the opposing team, but we give up 4, and we lose by 10. This fan base is going to be livid. And it's not that I'm against this Panthers defense. I think they can be really good. It's just the defense. All the pressure is on the defensive line right now. I think you've got a lackluster linebacker unit. I think you've got some guys that can work out and can develop and can get better. And it's kind of the same thing in the secondary. You got 2 stars back there, and it's a hope and a prayer on the other ones. And you're hoping they work out, and you're hoping they develop, and you're hoping they become the Panthers defense that you want them to be this season. But if they go out there and we blow it up on offense, have a great game, 100-yard rusher, 100-yard wide receiver, 3-4 touchdowns for Bryce Young on the day, and then we lose that game by 10 points because of poor special teams play and some bad mistakes by the defense, woo! Panther Nation is going to light up.
Yeah. Shout out.
This will be a rough after show, Cody.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, if I may say, y'all, shout out to Robert Hunt.
Yeah, I just read that. Pickle.
Some Dolphin fan got on here and talked about some second-round rookie they have, and about how he's going to be great, better than he's got a higher ceiling than Robert Hunt. Robert Hunt responded to that comment.
Good. Glad he did.
And said,
Robert Hunt's a dog.
Robert Hunt says, I hope he turns out to be a monster. I believe he will. But laugh my ass off when you start disrespecting Rob Hunt.
I'm with it.
Robert Hunt, man, is just like, he makes me want to get his jersey, bro. Because he's just got he's
that's not a bad choice again.
Bro, he's just a badass, bro.
According to PFF, Damian Lewis had a slightly higher passing.
Yes, he did.
That was cool. And shout out to both of them. They'll be free agents in 2 years, y'all.
Man, we gotta.
Hopefully they will be
Hey,
playing
y'all
good
want to
in the
hear
Dolphins.
something embarrassing about the Dolphins?
Yeah, look at that.
So they
I'm sure
let
it won't be
go.
hard to find.
They let go of Robert Hunt and another really good player. In fact, yeah, I think it was Christian Wilkins. They let go of Robert Hunt
They
and
did.
Christian Wilkins. They let them go in free agency to sign Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey. And it seems like neither of those two, well, maybe Tyreek, but
Right.
there were
They ain't
rumors
got
that
their
not-
money's worth. Out
yeah,
of
Ramsey
neither of
Jones.
those two dudes are even on the team or even gonna be on the team. So they let go of a beast like Robert
Monster.
Hunt for nothing in return. By the way, the first comment said some of us still miss you, big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure as hell they
bet.
do, bro.
Yeah.
I bet they do miss
Yep.
Robert
I
Hunt.
don't blame them for feeling
Yeah,
like
they
that.
are.
Hey, look at that. Cook 'em, demon.
Bro, Robert Hunt's the man. We mentioned the wide receivers, but I don't remember a time where this offensive line has ever been as good as this offensive
I'm
line.
confident about it.
No.
Cody,
Not in my
and I'm
lifetime.
really like that.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
very
like
confident in our offensive line.
Why did they only
100%.
sign BC to a 1-year deal? Why would you not lock down BC right then? He wasn't going anywhere else. He wanted to stay here. Why didn't you get him to 3 years right then? That was a perfect opportunity for us to resolve swing tackle, first of all. And then second of all, maybe if you can't work things out with Moton on this next contract, well, then maybe he could be your left or right tackle. I mean, something there for BC. I just don't understand why we only went with a 1-year deal. I feel like it was the biggest mistake we made this offseason, Coach.
Maybe he just
Yeah.
wanted a 1-year deal, though. Maybe he wanted just to prove it that he can get more in the offseason. Because from what we heard about, he didn't really get no offers from anywhere else. I mean, and we got him for. I mean, it almost seemed like it was lower than vet minimum. I mean, it was nothing for what we signed Brady Christian for 1 year. I mean, I would love for him to be on this team multiple years because that dude can play anywhere on the offensive line, and to me he's an asset. I mean, he's not a guy that you put out on the field you don't have to worry about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. No respect. The Rodney Dangerfield of the Carolina Panthers. No respect. But, hey, like I said, I'm happy to have him. And I think that maybe, again, we want this team to stay healthy. We don't want any injuries. But it's like if you're going to incur them and it's in the trenches, like that's where injuries tend to happen. It's good to have a player like Brady Christensen on this team. And he literally is a Swiss Army knife. Like the dude has played every position for us.
Damn near.
But hey, I brought this up on the Tuesday show. I wanted to get y'all boys' opinion while I got y'all. I forget the name of the dude. He works for one of these sports publications, and they put out their season predictions for the Carolina Panthers. They have us going 5-12.
Oof.
Yeah, an abysmal 5-12. And then he disrespects us in the write-up. He says dead cats do not bounce very far. We cannot confirm this. We have not conducted experiments. There is no dead cat DVOA, but it takes an intuitive sense. Toss a dead cat from a tall building, watch it hit the sidewalk, and the results will be more splat than being. The statisticians are trying to tell you when they use the dead cat bounce metaphor in economics and elsewhere, they're referring to a small, brief adjustment when the phenomenon being reassured reaches rock bottom, not a force within the upward propulsion or momentum.
Who's this from again?
Who in the fuck said that?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna
Damn
look it up
Panther fan.
on. No, they're not a Panthers fan.
At all.
They have us averaging 5.5 wins and 9.5% chance to make the playoffs. Only a 0.1% odds to reach the Super Bowl, and a 0.0% chance to make the Super Bowl. Now, if it makes you feel any better, the year before, he predicted Washington to be at the bottom of the NFC and gave them damn near abysmal odds as well. And I'm gonna have to look it up. I found it on Reddit. I'm gonna look it up here in a
Oh.
minute. But
Oh, for Reddit, he was an idiot anyway.
Just know we're gonna send for your ass when we
He's an
find
idiot,
out. I
man.
promise.
yeah, anyone on
You put any idiot who puts New Orleans ahead of us is just an
I'm
idiot.
sure.
I mean,
I'm sure
he's
that
an
bitch
idiot.
probably got New Orleans second. on his
Anything less than
behalf.
6 wins, somebody getting fired. Multiple people getting fired. Let's be honest, y'all. Multiple people getting fired, and I'm not saying like head positions, but I mean, well, one of them I know I think is gonna get fired regardless.
Regardless of what happens.
I'm sorry, but anything less than 6 wins, somebody's definitely getting fired, bro.
Man, I would make sure I fired Evero. Even if I fired him on week 16,
I'm not gonna say
the
the
morning
name.
of week
I don't know,
16.
man.
So, by the way,
I
the name of the guy is Aaron Schatz and Mike Trainer of FTN. I guess Football Talk Network. I have no fucking idea what FTN stands for. But yeah, they jinxed the Washington Commanders into the playoffs last year. Maybe he might do it again
Jinx
with the Panthers.
us. Yeah.
Now, is he
Hey,
just
look at that,
being?
but they even got the fucking Jets ahead of us. You know
Yeah,
they
dude,
stupider
look-
than a box of shit rock.
And
But
boys,
those
look,
nobodies. That's what
look
they
who
should.
they have.
He'll
Look
probably
who they have at
proud
the very top of the
10
list.
year long.
Yeah, the Raiders and Atlanta.
Dude,
The
they
Raiders,
have
though?
the Falcons and the
43%.
Raiders at the
Yeah,
top of this
That's all I
list.
need to see right there, Cody. You can shut them down right now.
They're dumber than a
Because
box
they
of
did the
hip-hop.
same shit last year.
Yeah,
ESPN, everybody. Fuck
them
that. They ain't going
dudes-
nowhere.
Them dudes are likely spent the last 10 years working at McDonald's flipping burgers.
In Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably some Falcons fans.
The Raiders finally have a quarterback, but their defense is still terrible. I'm sorry. Their defense
Their
is still
offensive
terrible.
line sucks.
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry, they do. And I'm sorry, Geno Smith will not help the Raiders.
31% for Chicago.
The Raiders will
They ain't making the
still
playoffs.
have a top 10 draft pick. I guarantee it.
Now
That's
that
a pickle guarantee.
Pete Carroll is there, they're trying to run the football behind Ashton, similar to how the Seahawks did with Marshawn Lynch back in the day. I really don't think that they're going to ask Smith to do that much.
Mm-hmm. You better not.
And in the off season, what wide receiver do they have down there? They made a signing at wide receiver, but I forget who they were. I don't know, chat, if y'all know that name, because I know they lost DK Metcalf, and I believe Cooper Kupp went to Seattle, if I'm correct. Yeah, I don't know. They're going to be a run first offense.
Raiders.
I don't know why you would put them at number 2 behind Atlanta, but that's really depending a lot on what's the defensive end for the Raiders.
Oh, you're talking. Ah, man, Crosby.
Yeah, Max
Yeah.
Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a pretty
he's a
bullshit
dog,
list,
though. That dude's a beast. That dude's.
Oh yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The dude's a
I
super beast.
Yeah. They were smart to lock him up for however many years they gave him.
Oh yeah, without question. Who else on that list do y'all disagree with? Because there's a few of them that are kind of stupid to me. Like Chicago, like a lot of people are really dick riding Chicago. I don't know how I feel about that. To me, they've got to prove that.
What about the Colts?
They said Chicago was winning 15 games last year, Cody. I ain't trying to hear that, man. They came nowhere close to that. That way they win 5, Cole? Isn't that what Chicago won 5 games?
Yeah. And then Atlanta was supposed to go to the NFC title game last year. Same type of people is what I heard.
Yeah,
I mean,
it didn't happen either.
They're still talking about who's going to start for the quarterback for the Colts. I mean, that's still up for grabs because, I mean, Anthony Richardson, I mean, from what I've heard, I mean, he's had progress in his injury with his arm or whatever, but in shoulder or whatever it is. But, I mean, that's still up for debate. I mean, who knows who they're going to have out there.
Yeah, between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, that doesn't inspire.
No.
That doesn't inspire a lot of confidence in most people. But
You better not sleep on Danny Dimes over there. You better watch out.
I don't hear about no damn Danny Dimes. Yeah, who gives a fuck about Danny Dimes?
He's out of New York City. That's all
I'm not even
saying.
going to say it because I'm about to tell
New
Deez to cover his ears right quick before I say something.
Leave that Dookie alone.
Yeah, nobody want no damn Dookie.
Man, Danny Dimes is going to be the starting quarterback of the of the Indianapolis
Birmingham Stallions.
The Birmingham Stallions.
The
Hey,
Colts.
don't talk about the Stallions like that. They got Cody's boy over there, the quarterback.
They got my coach over there.
Matt Corral, what's he up to? We might need a good backup. If
Oh,
Andy
no
Dalton
wonder
don't-
they didn't win the shit this year. That's what the
shut
quarterback was.
up.
I didn't watch
Hey,
like that. They were
Andy
doing 4-time reigning champions.
Hey, let's hope that
Thanks,
Andy Dalton
Corral.
doesn't get into another car crash because you might need him if he does. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus
So
Christ.
stay out of the driver's seat, Andy.
What was that? Wait a minute. What was that injury? Wasn't it a sprained thumb? It was some with his thumb,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, basically like his thumb jammed into the steering wheel. That's all that happened.
I mean, that's not funny, but I'm just saying, like, it was. a jam.
But for a quarterback,
Oh yeah, I know.
like
especially when you're
Andy.
throwing-
for a quarterback like Andy, who relies a lot on, I mean, let's face it, Andy ain't going to win by his feet this year anymore.
Hell no.
He's not.
Bro,
So,
have you tried to run him in Madden? Oh my God, you cannot run with that.
Bad idea. Bad
I'm
idea.
just playing with him in Madden anyway.
The last time I had Andy on Madden, I ran with him. Andy didn't play no more after
You better
that.
die, Pickle. You better die.
Andy went on injured reserve later that day.
Y'all both threw 3 picks each with them and everything.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let me welcome in my friend from the 704
That's a lot.
Charlotte Bound Show, Twan Don, back in the free for all. Twan, what up, brother?
What's up, dog? Twan, you've been putting in some work over that on that 704, man.
Huh?
You've been putting in some work on that 704, brother.
I'm trying, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've been watching it.
Shout out to you guys, man. Yeah, I got a new thing coming up now called the Player Series. That's coming up where I'm breaking a lot of these players. One of the first shows I'm doing is it's called They're Gonna Be Mad as Hell with Me Now about this is with Bryce Young. And I'm just gonna be talking about how Bryce Young is gonna turn the leaf this year. You know, and I was one of the biggest haters of Bryce Young, you know, and just trying to explain to people it's about the team moving forward and not being stuck in the mud on some hating shit. It's a new year. You should be behind the quarterback, not talking about what he did last year. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't on that shit. Shout out to T. Cole in the chat. That's my guy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all you guys. Yeah, man.
Use your voice like that, man.
sir.
Your audience will follow your lead.
Yeah, I'm doing it. You know, it's got to be a change, bro. You know, like I just had an epiphany, and it's just, you know, we just got to get behind the scene, complain when they don't do the right thing, but not living it.
Yeah, no, I hear you 100%, man. Like,
And if you guys didn't know, man, shout out, you know, to my God, man, you know, all of our God, you know what I'm saying? I was able to see 52 on Wednesday, so
Happy belated birthday.
yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah, happy
Twan.
belated birthday, brother.
your fit. Bro, happy birthday,
Yeah.
brother. Damn.
I'm saying
That's
41.
love, man.
Though. I'm only telling people 41.
That's what you gotta do, Twan. That's what you gotta do, bro.
Hey, man, be proud of how you are.
I
Just
tell y'all
think
the
of,
truth because I love y'all.
yeah. Just think, man, you've achieved something that some folks haven't, and sad to say,
Would
some
give
folks never
anything
will.
to do.
Yeah, I'm
Some
glad.
folks never will.
Yeah,
So-
I'm glad. I'm not.
We
I'm
all
not-
need to be like that.
Man, Pickle not old, man. You know what I'm saying? We sitting up, so as long as we sitting up straight, talking the way we do, the energy we use, Pickles, we still go to work. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being older, bro. It's as long as we're healthy. You know, I mean, old is fucking 70, 80, 90, and that type of shit.
Right.
You know? So,
Man, I had a boy come up to me today, 19 years old, been working to the plant for 6 months. Come up, man, said, "How y'all be doing this oldies yard? I can't do it, man. I just can't do it."
I'm thankful for all y'all in here, man, because every single one. I think I'm the youngest one. Well, I don't think I know I'm the youngest one in here right now. But I mean, a lot of y'all. I mean, I learn something new damn near every time I'm on here too.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
y'all
man,
just have
that's
that
how
much
it's
more
got to
knowledge.
be.
Yeah.
Bro, that's why I posted that image in the chat the other day. It was like all the girls that get together and, you know, they're all the same age. All of us boys, bro, we from 50 to 30 to 20 from the late teens, bro.
Mhm.
You know, men, but we got that camaraderie thing. that, we need to be around men of other different ages, of other different opinions to sort of round us out, man. And hey, brother, happy birthday to you, too. I'm so happy you're able to join us and be here for 51 cycles around the sun. That's big time, brother. And yeah, man.
Hey, look, put my picture up real quick. But blow that up.
Let me see.
Hey, do I look the anything?
No, you really don't. You really don't.
Bro, you look like you're about to drop a fire mixtape, bro.
That's an album cover right there.
Yeah,
album cover.
Yeah, that's pouring down and keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? And hey, real quick reminder before we continue with the show, check us out on kick.com, C3 Panthers Pod. Just have us up in the background if y'all want to keep interacting with us on YouTube. But hey, man, get those viewership numbers up on Kick. That really helps us out. We'll be able to monetize over there real soon as well. We appreciate y'all. But hey, this is news that broke.
Hey, Cody, are y'all on Twitch too?
No, we're not yet on Twitch. You
gotta get that Twitch crowd, bro. They treat me right, bro.
Yeah, but we jumped on Kick because they have such a all you need is 20 followers and you can start to monetize over there.
Yeah, but hey, I'm saying Twitch. No,
you're right though.
Twitch will hook you up too, bro.
No, you're right though. Let's talk about this. But we talked about this on Tuesday, but I wanted to get the Free for All boys and their opinion on this matter. Bro, JC Horn damn near playing on a bargain though. When you have Sauce and Gardner and the Jets agreeing to a 4-year, $120.4 million extension with $60 million in guarantee. The only reason I bring this up is, aren't y'all happy that Dan and the boys paid JC Horn?
It was a lot of bitching.
Yes, it was.
Right.
You know what?
Horn.
And not me either.
Let me.
I always wanted to sign him.
And I told him,
let me put up a little gas on this.
That's why you pay somebody first.
I know you're about to say, Pick. I'm about to say the same thing.
I don't think JC Horn's underpaid. I think there's a lot of people overpaid.
I think timing, y'all. That's the key word. Timing had a lot to do with everything.
We got ahead of that shit.
Yeah, we got ahead of it. Finally, we got ahead of a player that we all agree on deserved to get paid, and we didn't wait later on to pay him.
Right.
Yeah, hey, but real quick, before you go, Pickle, shout out to Kneecap Biting with the Motor City Lions up north. We appreciate y'all, man. That's a Detroit Lions pod. We appreciate y'all showing the love. And man, we always love it when people from other teams come and show C3 some love, man. But yeah, go ahead, Pickle.
Yeah, I just want to say, y'all, the last time this happened, we played one of our starters, paid him real good money, top of the market. A few months later, he wasn't the top of the market, but then we upsuckered and traded him. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
It's a gamble, Pickle. It's always a
right. Because y'all remember we paid DJ Moore at the time. We paid him. Yeah. We paid him early. He was one of the top of the market. Then all of a sudden, a few months later, he wasn't at the top of the market. Scott lame ass Twitter traded his ass.
Yeah. But by the way, you see the breakdown right here, man. Sauce Gardner, now the top paid corner at $30.1 million a year, followed by Derek Stingley Jr. And by the way, when we signed JC Horn, those were the two names that I said you had to get ahead of, because those dudes were gonna come around soon. And regardless of what you think of any of them, like those dudes were gonna reset the market. It's funny that Pickle, you said some of those guys are overpaid. Some people might feel like Patrick Surtain is now underpaid. Yeah, because of how good that he's been. But hey, let me welcome in Surfside Steve to the Friday Free for All. Steve, how are you, brother?
Fine, thanks. Morning, good evening, all you guys. Hope you're all doing fine.
Man? Good evening.
Okay, good. Okay, I just got in late in the series. Okay, I'm not worried about Nick being late because if John Beeson didn't sign and report to camp until a few days into camp, and he's had a good career, so I'm not too worried about that.
Okay.
I tend to worry about hamstrings and things like that. The nagging
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That's my concern. And number two is that I agree with you, Cody. I love Brady Christensen, but he's been with the team forever, different administrations. Nobody wants to make him a starting tackle, so maybe we're seeing stuff that they seeing stuff that we don't see. I do love the player, though, but it's just not happening. So that's number two. And number three is that I'm glad we paid J.C. Horn. I always tell my wife, spend money on stuff we need. Don't spend money on stuff we don't need. That's what I tell the wife all the time. And we needed Horn signs, so that was a good deal.
Yeah, it really was. And to me, that was a great move on Dan Morgan's part to get ahead of that curve and sign him before it blew up. And shout out to, who is that? Justin Doloff, who says it was great by Dan Morgan to get that done deal before the market exploded to $30 million a year for these corners. You know, I'm hoping that we can continue to sign these deals very prudently and be a little bit early rather than a little bit late, while also betting on your guys and showing them that you believe in them to do big-time things here with the Panthers. I think that's important.
Yes, it is. It's very important. You know, and if you look at this list, you know, I'm just going to say it. Sauce Gardner signed $30.1 million with the Jets, and he kind of had to sign with the Jets, or the Jets had to offer him that kind of money because nobody would willingly want to go play for the Jets on the cheap. You know, I mean, people barely want to play their period, much less play on the cheap.
I mean, some people say that about us. Pickle shit.
Hey, that's Cody. Sadly,
man, listen,
I can play.
Hey, Panther Pickle cheap. He is. He's cheap. He's a Gilbert. I'm on up to it. I'm cheap. And yeah. By the way, my fanhood could be bought for a reasonable amount of money.
No, Pickle. Damn it. Damn it, Pickle. Oh, damn. What was I going to say?
My reasonable, not your reasonable. My reasonable might be a little bit more than your reasonable. Couple million. I'll cheer as loud as you want me to for your team.
And shout out to everybody in the chat room. The Motor City Lions pod. We have Paul Mancini, Uncle Gates, Panther 74. Yeah, we appreciate y'all spending your Friday evenings here with the C3 Panthers podcast. Let me get Twan and Steve to I know Steve commented on it a little bit, but what do y'all think about Nick Scorton still not being signed and all these other second-round picks that have signed these guaranteed contracts that are unprecedented for second-rounders? Why do you think that's happening? And do you think Nick Scorton is going to be a no-show to the start of training camp?
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, no, he's going to show up and everything, and he's young. We need him. He needs us. So it's just a matter of time of getting this stuff figured out. I'd give him the money because he's got apparently a spotless history. I only worry about the personal issues if they're wanting the big money and everything because we know they all can play. And so I think it's going to happen. It's just annoying that it hasn't happened yet because when's camp? 3-4 days? I want him there at the beginning. But like I mentioned, John Beeson missed the first couple of days of camp, and he had a good career. So I'm not worried. It's just more of an annoyance at this point.
Yeah, I hear that. And, a lot of people have said the same thing, too, that it's not necessarily something to worry about, but more of like a matter of time type of deal. Twan, are you worried about Nick not having signed yet?
Nah. He just said, give me my money. He wants his money, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, shout out to Nick Emenwari kind of really getting it started, these billionaires and these new TV deals, man, like, I don't understand why a lot of these NFL teams like to play games with these guys when it comes to their money. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying give them anything, you know what I'm saying? But be fair about the shit, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we know what owners make, you know what I'm saying? And I just think it's a bad thing when you going into training camps and things like that. And, but he's going to eventually sign. I don't know why we're one of the last teams that, pay this guy. As long as he's not asking for something outrageous, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, but again, what did you classify as outrageous? Because I don't know if you heard earlier.
The average guys are getting paid and looking where he got.
Whenever you have a bunch of second round picks that are signing these guaranteed contracts, it does sort of give you pause too. And if you guarantee this contract, like imagine if this was Jonathan Mingo that we were talking about, and we were able to trade Jonathan Mingo. But if you have a guaranteed contract, how many people are trading for a subpar player with a guaranteed contract? Like, that's kind of steep, man. I don't know why this has all of a sudden become the new trend. I mean, you have the New England Patriots, the Houston Texans, Seattle Seahawks, and the Chicago Bears, and the Browns, I believe, too, all signing players for guaranteed dollars.
Well, I mean, I've always been the advocate. You guys on the show who've heard me before, I've always said, I've always believed up to a certain round that everybody's money should be guaranteed because they play football. You know, if everybody in basketball got guaranteed contract and that sport is not as physical, when you play in a physical game like this, where it really, quite frankly, costs you your life, man, then your money should be guaranteed. Now, the argument comes in, well, how much, you know what I'm saying? So then you have to fill out, you know, the averages and how other guys are getting paid or whatever. But as long as it's not extravagant, the money is there, man. I believe everybody in the NFL, man, as long as you've been drafted and depending on what round, should have guaranteed contracts, man. So maybe they may have to start paying them less money a little bit, and then the whole contract can be guaranteed. But it's crazy that you play football and your contract, like, because you can be. We done seen from guys with broken limbs to a guy who almost died on the field in Hamlin. You know, it's the ultimate gladiator sport, man. So I know every time I go out there, I can get fucked up. So I want to be taken care of.
I just want it to be in a way where the players get their money like they deserve, but the fans aren't stuck with the god-awful contracts that keeps them shackled to players that maybe outstay their welcome or just start to vastly underperform the contract that they've been paid for. And we talked about this a little bit last Friday. We don't have to relitigate the whole thing, but the Cleveland Browns, they are going to be suffering with that Deshaun Watson contract for a long time to come. And those fans are not happy about that. They're going to be paying him for, I believe, the next 3 or 4 years or something like that. And he might never
guaranteed contract.
He might never play another snap of football for the Browns. And Twan, I think that's what the owners would try to prevent. But that's why it surprises me that you have all these players in the second round that are now signing to guaranteed dollars. Like, why would they even let that happen when that's something that traditionally they never wanted to do before?
Well, let me tell you something about the owners in this situation. You guys got to think about it. It's really all back on the owners, man. And the thing with the NFL, the owners' cheapness is catching up to them. They can't be cheap about the situation no more. The thing is like any other sport, if you pay the guy a guaranteed contract and he's wore out his welcome, whatever on the team, because everything is a gamble, then what do they do when they want to get rid of that player and no other team wants to pick him up? You can buy him out of his contract. Owners are trying to not buy people out of their contract because they have to spend more money to do that. But, you know, you have it. You know what I'm saying? You have the money. For me, I'm never going to feel sorry for no damn billionaire. The players are the ones out there putting their bodies on the line. This is all about, you have to think about, this is all about owners not having to buy you out of your contract if it doesn't work out.
All right, that's fair.
I mean, sometimes we got to pay to get rid of somebody, bro. It's a gamble when you bring somebody to your team. It's all a gamble.
Let's keep it a buck. I mean, let's keep it a buck. We're literally paying 2 head coaches right now. That's no longer with us. And Frank Wright and Rat Rule.
Yeah, but that's on David Tepper, though, right? David Tepper's the one.
That's true, but I just mean like we're still paying, like in that regard.
But we're paying Frank Wright.
I should say the owner's still paying. We're not paying.
He's not paying Frank
not
Matt
playing
Rule
Frank Wright?
anymore. No,
Oh,
he's
Matt-
playing
Matt-
Frank
oh.
Wright.
Yeah.
Frank Wright, but Frank Wright. Hell, I don't blame Frank Wright. I sat home on my couch and clicked check.
Yeah. Well, see, the
Right
thing is,
on.
but see, if Temple was smart, like some old coaches have done in the owners done in the past, I would have got with Frank Wright and said, "Look, you know, let's talk business. What will it take for me to just buy you out, opposed to just paying you out all these years and shit like that or whatever, you know? But you got to do that before you fire him,
Right. Which
Gotta
like
be
Frank
smart
Wright. Frank Wright stayed at home for a year.
Yeah.
Now he's working at a college.
getting paid by the Panthers.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
still getting paid by the Panthers. Fact.
Getting them checks for real.
I would just rather buy Cody. Look, if I owe Cody $100 million, I'm like,
Yeah.
Cody, it's not working out. Like, can I give you $65 million? You know,
I'd say, hell no.
I'll
I
take
want
the
my
tax.
400.
Well,
I
like,
told Cody, I'll take the tax on it just to buy you out. Yeah, I'll be like, fuck yeah.
Hey, fine.
you want
Hey, hey, hey,
65? You want 65 million right now, or do you want
Yeah.
100 million over 10 years?
And
hey,
you
No,
know,
fine,
and you
you
know
make
the government
you
gonna
make
eat
it
your ass
85.
up.
Fine, you make it 85, and you got to do, brother.
Okay, well, nah.
Ah,
not
nah. Come
But
on,
did
man.
you hear what Jake just said though? I
Yeah.
can slow pay the shit out of your ass. I can slow pay the hell out of you.
I'll be honest with you, Chwan. I'd rather take that 65 million right
I'll
now.
take
'Cause
that
you're not
65
promised
before you
tomorrow,
get
brother.
that
You're
10
not promised
years.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm taking that money
Right
right now
now.
up front.
Pour over the cap just down, y'all. It just ain't working today.
Only thing I'll say is this: the owner, I'll be like, you gotta pay the taxes on this shit.
Yeah. Unless
this
you're
is,
Florida, then you don't have to worry about taxes.
You ain't gonna give
By-
me 60 million.
By the
I
way,
know
this is
it's gonna be
some great comments by Paul Mancini. It says 28 of the 32 players drafted in the second round remain unsigned. It's an agent movement around the NFL, so it's not a unique thing. The salaries are already slotted and are determined for all draft picks. It's the bonus and guaranteed money that second rounder went up from the first rounders, and that's the issue. Look, that's a great point. Like I said, I haven't really done a lot of research into this, so I don't necessarily know why they're doing these guaranteed contracts. But
Because the agents want the money. That's just how it is. The agents want the money. These players are young and inexperienced. The NFLPA fully supports it. So the NFLPA ain't actually paying a lot of attention to it because they got their own damn problems. But it's according to Bill Polian, it's all about the agents. It really is. But I think that's 28 is incorrect. I think there's been a lot of them already signed, ain't they?
Oh, yeah, there's been like just the last day or so, like 10, 11, 12 of the second round.
I think 28 is probably an old number.
Oh yeah, 28. Yeah, that's not the same number no more. That's
Right.
definitely changed since yesterday.
Well, I'm gonna disagree with Pickle a little bit and Bill Polian a little bit on that. It's more for the players than the agents. The agents usually most agents get paid 3%. I mean, I know that number seems low to a lot of people, but that's the truth.
No, I'll still get money.
If you're paying your agent 10%, he's robbing you. Most agents get paid 3%.
and you know what? I agree with Panther Pickle. I think Lamar Jackson had it right. Just pay your mama to be your
fuck that agent.
pay your mama to be your agent and just pocket that money or give it to the
or me and Cody in college the whole time, and I feel like I'm gonna do my thing. Hey Cody, I
Yes,
want
sir.
you to take all the business classes that you can take because I want you to be my damn. I mean, people gotta
got
think
you, bro.
smarter, not
I got
harder,
you, bro. I got you, bro.
Because you gotta get with a guy you can trust. You know what I'm saying?
That money comment, bro. I love that comment. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, the seat.
He said, if you can't get strippers with the company car, why right there? Yes, sir. Shout out to money.
Yeah, I'm all about the players getting their money, though, man. I'm telling you, the NFL is not allowed. They're trying to get away from these owners being so incredibly cheap. And the thing, I don't know if you guys know, or if Cody got into it. One of the top guys with the NFLPA just resigned.
Yeah, he's
shady shit.
He was spending money on them strip clubs,
Yeah.
bro. That Magic City, then them chicken wings was calling to him, bro.
But he was also trying to figure out ways to save money.
He resigned. Yeah, he resigned because he had connections with the group who was trying to buy a franchise, to buy
It was
as a minority in the franchise.
Yeah.
So he was trying to be head of the PA and be part owner at the same time.
I'm like, bro, how the fuck you? That shit didn't make no sense.
And the NFLPA wasn't going to fire him over it. He quit on his own.
Yeah. Well, they gave him an option.
Well, I believe, as I said it before, I believe the NFL Players Association is one of the crappiest professional unions in the business in sports right now. I really do believe that they're ultra crappy. But that's just strictly my opinion. So it's been that way for a long time, and I'll probably have that opinion forever.
Yeah.
I just want it, like I mentioned earlier, man. I just wanted to be the best on both sides, man. For the player especially, and for the owners, whatever. Just both sides. I just want to be great for both sides because
that would be called being fair, Jake. And unfortunately, people don't know how to do that anymore. We live in a greedy capitalist society, bro. Just be fair about this shit. It ain't hard. I mean, everybody will be happy, but that ain't how it works.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I've said this too. I think everybody deserves to be happy, man. At the end of the day, everybody deserves to be happy.
Yeah, some people don't.
Well,
yeah, not all people, but
it can get dark. That's true, Cody. It can get dark.
Yeah. Good people deserve to be happy.
That's what I should have said. Good people deserve.
Yeah, good people deserve to be happy, and sometimes there's some people they deserve all the misery and the hell they got coming to them.
Karma, that bad karma.
Yeah, that's that bad karma. But like I said, man, I kind of wanted to bring it back to the roster. Twan, did you want to comment on what roster positions are going to have the most exciting battles to watch coming up here as we close in on training camp starting?
Man, wide receivers goes without any doubt to see what.
That's the easy one. Yeah.
Defensive line, man. To see who's going to fight at start. And I'm not asking you guys this question. I'm asking myself, but it's going to sound wild. Does Derek Brown even start at the beginning of the year? Is he all the way there?
Bro, let me tell you, if he's not healthy by now, considering what he got injured week 1, right?
Yeah.
If he's not injured by now, by a full year, I got some real concerns about the surgeon that did surgery on him and the injury that he sustained. You know what I mean?
His confidence, Cody. That would be right. You gotta get your confidence back, because one of the worst things when you get hurt playing a sport.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about when you go back out there?
Yeah, not re-injuring that same spot.
Yeah, bro.
And I'll tell you another thing. When a guy's completely almost out for a whole year and they're rehabbing that injury, a lot of them get sloppy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They don't do their necessary things they're supposed to do. I'm not worried about, from what I've seen of Derek Brown, just images of him just walking around. I mean, that dude, he don't look like he's out of shape to me at all. It looks like he's in shape.
Yeah.
Right. I think he'll be all right. I think Derek Brown will be healthy at the start of training camp. We won't know that until next week? We'll know that next week. We'll know a lot of these answers. Not every answer, but we'll know a lot of these
training camp
this time next year or this time next week.
Yeah. Because he ain't hit nobody since that injury. I mean,
right. Exactly. I mean, that we know of anyway.
We know
he hitting something with all them damn kids he got.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of hitting I don't need to know about, yo.
Shit, I want to know about it.
Well, at least somebody gets it.
Derek Brown out there doing that. Oh,
yeah, that's all the rage, man. People doing the aura farming thing. That kid on the boat, I don't even know what country that shit's from. But we also mentioned linebacker room earlier. I think that's a good one. Between Christian Rosebroom and Josie Jewell, who comes out on top in that position. And I disagree with my man Cole. My man Cole has a lot of shit to say about Trevor Wallace. But I think Trevor Wallace is a good linebacker. And I'm predicting him to do big things this year. But it's just who is going to be that inside linebacker next to him. I think it's a good question.
I think that's the biggest.
Still not too sure.
All positions.
Yeah, man, that linebacker one's a big deal. Here, I'll pull up the depth chart.
That because right now it's looking. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's some of them positions are sketchy. But I was having a conversation on Spaces this week that what a lot of we're kind of we technically need another draft. We do have holes we need to fill. A couple positions I thought that was still at need, but you kind of really can't. I don't think you can really accurately fill those positions now. Are safety, corner, in no certain order, inside linebacker, and offensive line.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, what a great time to welcome my friend Alex Bryant from the Kitty Lit Zio podcast back on the Free For All. Alex,
Yo,
what's up,
I'm
brother?
so glad you guys are still on. I'm so glad you're still on, man. I forgot it was Friday, and I was like, man, I need this more than anything this week. So I'm so happy you guys are still on.
Dude, we're happy to have you, brother. Anytime, man. Dude, we talked about a bunch of things today. Feel free to chime in on any of them. Right now, we're sort of revisiting what roster position or what part of the depth chart is going to be the most interesting to keep our eyes on now that training camp is right around the corner. A lot of talks about the receiver room, linebacker room. What's some of the battles that you're looking forward to coming up here this Tuesday?
So I just broke up there, and I think my Wi-Fi is catching the TV in the background. Say that one more time.
Yeah, what position battles are you most looking forward to as training camp draws near?
Oh, man, that's what's so great about this, right? A ton, right? Defensive line, offensive line, even kind of wide receivers. Man, it's gonna be fun, man. This team is. How long has it been since we had a deep roster? This is awesome.
Years.
I would say, man. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I would say probably receivers as far as like who's going to get those last couple spots on the roster, and who's going to be like that. Is it going to be Coker? That's going to be like Thielen's not going to play as many snaps, right? He's going to be like probably 70% snap guy. So who's that other guy that kind of is the David Moore, because it's not going to be David Moore, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's probably my most exciting.
Yeah. And listen, we've seen so much of the Panthers going around, in the offseason, getting together and training. T-Mac and Nalo and XL and Adam Thielen, these guys are out there getting the work in. And I'm really hoping that connection will start to us having a much faster start when the season finally rolls around.
Cody,
Yeah, man.
not to change. Well, I guess it is going to change the subject. But do you still have that Robert Hunt tweet from a little bit earlier? Look at a comment. Look who just commented on that. Look who commented on that post if you can. JC Horn.
Literally, as you were bringing it up, it came across my feed. Fuck 'em. We ball. Let's go. So for those of y'all who don't know, let me fill in Alex and Twan. A Miami Dolphin fan was talking about, I guess, whoever filled in for Robert Hunt after he left. Yeah, he's a podcaster. He says it's going to be a good play. Higher ceiling than Robert Hunt. Robert Hunt quote tweeted him, says, I hope he turns out to be a monster. I believe he will. But LMAO, when will y'all start respecting Rob Hunt? And then JC Horn responds with the fuck 'em. We ball. And Twan, that's that energy that you were talking about last time. Bro, it's us versus the fucking world, bro. us versus the world, and now you see it embodied by our own team members. Love that shit, bro.
Everybody having each other's backs, bro.
Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing, man? Like, he was a Pro Bowler last year. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are people so dumb? It's like, oh, you play for the Panthers, so you like suck. You know, like, so stupid. Sorry. We're a positive show.
It's a Dolphin podcaster.
Nah, you're all good.
The Dolphins podcasters know as much about football as my dog does.
Oh, damn.
I mean,
Hey,
let's
Cody.
be real here. You know, the Dolphin fans are high on hype and low on
Damn, Pickle,
actual get there. I mean,
that's
Pickle's gonna get so much hate mail.
in the last 30 years, who's been to the playoffs and won in the playoffs more, the Panthers or the Dolphins?
Damn, Pickle, that's disappointing. You mean your dog don't know ball? Damn.
Well, no, he does know. He catch a ball.
Okay. So he's maybe a little bit smarter than Dolphins fans. Who knows? But no, man, I do love that energy.
You take Tyreek Hill, you remove his speed, and what does he give you? Nothing.
Wow. That is a big deal. Yeah, he's just pretty damn fast.
I say to all the hate one more time, man. This is gonna be the theme this year. Let them sleep.
Bro, I never like to get like this because I would think that
let them sleep.
Yeah, tandem always comes into play, man. But like, I like this roster, man. I really, really, really do. I mean, I assume they're going to add some more pieces in the secondary, but this roster is deep with dogs. I don't know, man. I like this team.
Alex, they don't know. They don't know. They don't see it coming.
Like, what an off season. Like, seriously, what a damn off season for us, dude. Dan Morgan and company couldn't have hit it out the park better than they did. Like, I mean, they had an A, like, even if you're biased, even if you're not a Panther fan, like, you have to respect what Dan Morgan, Brand Tillis, Dave Canales, and company did this offseason.
Absolutely. And by the way, J.C. Horn's been very vocal, and I love that about him, man. He's starting to really feel himself. He put on Twitter, got to do it twice now to show it ain't luck. And now when you had Sauce Gardner signing, we talked about that a little bit earlier. J.C. Horn in a short amount of time is damn near signed to a bargain deal compared to Sauce Gardner and Derek Stingley. But these dudes all live in the age of the internet. They know what people say about him. They know people say that he's injury prone. He has that mindset of showing everybody that he's a number one corner in the NFL.
Yeah. Right now, our top talent now has the top contracts. So it's like, hey, scoreboard don't lie. Like, it's like, yep, this is my team now. This is my secondary. Derek Brown's like, this is my line. Like, ball don't lie. Robert Hunt's like, this is my line. So there's actual leadership going on with the best talent in the room, which hasn't been that way for the Panthers. We've had guys that suck on big contracts, and like guys on rookie deals can't like really stand up to these dudes. So now you got the best talent as the leaders in the locker room, and now they finally have a voice. I think that goes a long way too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And did anybody notice that is a defensive player taken up for an offensive player?
Yeah. That
They're not even in the same
camaraderie,
Ain't no doubt who the captains are going to be this year. Y'all don't even have to vote.
Right.
They don't even need to vote this year.
It writes itself. Yeah. Robert Hunt, J.C. Horn, Derek Brown, Bryce Young, probably Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably it.
Yeah. We're talking about captains?
Yeah. Maybe J.K. Jensen. Maybe just throw him in.
Surprised.
Yeah,
Look, I'm honestly surprised, and I may be wrong here. Has Taylor Moton never been a captain before?
Wasn't he last year?
Was he?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't think he has.
He's like a silent guy. He's like Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Scorton gonna be a captain too.
Ooh. Wow. Okay.
No,
I like
No,
this.
that
Scorton.
does seem like a.
I'm very high on Scorton. Like,
Oh, I fucked up. Not
not Nick
Scorton.
Scorton.
I'm
He
tripping.
might
Hold
be
on.
though, bro. He might
I'm
be.
tripping.
Hey, bro, whenever he was knocking all the.
Some of the guys that we got on defense that we brought over.
Maury?
Turk.
Who?
Maury?
The dude that's gonna be on. The dude I said that was massive.
Turk Wharton.
Rodney Brown.
Wharton.
Yeah, Turk Wharton. Yeah, he's a monster, bro. He's a monster.
Yeah.
It would surprise me.
I tripped out. I said Scorton instead of Wharton.
But also based on that receiver retreat that we were looking at, I wouldn't doubt it if Nalo was a captain in short order. Like that dude, bro. Whenever you watch more of that dude, he really does have an infectious energy, bro. He really does. He's a good
Over Adam
dude.
Thielen, though, Cody.
I'm not saying this year, but I do think in the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nalo is
Yeah.
destined to be a captain.
Yeah.
That's.
Oh yeah, he has no problem. He has no problem leading anybody. He's like, I'm the best player in this room. Obviously, I love that confidence, man. All those guys, man. Oh, it's great.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would only have 2 captains on the defense and 2 on offense. That's it.
Brownhorn, Bryson.
You have to have 5,
Yeah.
don't you?
Hunt. I think you have 5.
I'm just saying you don't have to have a whole bunch of captains. Just the right people at captain.
But whatever. That's semantics. I'm just saying, like, you know who the leaders of the team are. Team is.
Yeah.
Team is smart.
And welcome back to Surfside, Steve. Back on
Yeah,
the show.
I think they know the players know who the leaders are. I don't think you need to have a C on your shirt to be the captain. They
Yes,
know.
sir.
And when you see these wide receiver gatherings and everything, it makes you feel good because they're all there working hard, man. Boy, these guys are doing things
I
that
love
human beings normally cannot do. So it's pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
man. And you know what, Steve? I don't ever remember seeing a ton of this camaraderie before the season even starts from other Panther offenses in the past. I'm loving that. Let me welcome in my friend from the Black Cat Panther Podcast, Poppin' Bullets in the building. What's up, Pop?
What's going on, everybody? How everybody doing? What up, Cody? What up, Twan?
Chilling, bro.
Crystal, Surfside,
What's up, man?
Jake, DJ Skills. The list goes on and on and on. But what's up
Yes,
with everybody?
sir. And Pop, how you feel about this Panthers offense out there getting into work, bro?
So shout out to T Mac because I feel like without him, showcasing this on his YouTube channel, we may not have known the continuity of how they're really coming together. Because I've been wondering, like, where has T Mac been? Remember last show I asked that. I was like, you haven't heard much about T Mac at all. Like, where's he been?
Yeah.
Well, lo and behold, he's been kicking it with the fellas. Also, I think that was pretty brilliant from a marketing standpoint from Thielen. Hey guys, if you ever want to come, bring your kids or, I got a place up here in Minnesota. You can always, come to my place.
Water, bro.
by the water.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of like, that's a good marketing to your fellas. Even it's good also building, friendship as well. But, hey. My other thing is, Bryce, I wish you would have at least jumped in the water, bro. Come on, man. Come on.
Why didn't he jump in the water, bro? Even Excel jumped in the water.
He's scared to take his shirt off.
Yeah, I would imagine.
No.
I would imagine somebody might have thought he was a fish and hooked him.
Oh. Hey, but shout out to Nalo too.
That would mean, man.
Check out his page on X, man, because he be putting out some videos. I can't remember a wide receiver that we've had that's been this active on X when it comes to producing like videos like this.
Well, we ain't never had a number 1 wide receiver this young.
Oh no.
Well,
in the last since social media was invented. I mean, just saying.
Well, hold on, Jake. Don't see. You're getting ahead of yourself, because next thing you know, we'll have people complaining about that. He did the work on tying his shoe instead of going
they're probably already there. They're probably already there.
There's always somebody complaining about something. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
G baby ain't around. You know he'll have something to say.
Hey, Cody, Cody, can
Yeah.
I say something real quick? This is
Yeah,
what
go
I
ahead, man.
talked about when I said when a team is buying in. Throughout high school and college, you know what I'm saying? If you played football at any one of those levels, like we had these things called tour days. We had these things in the summertime when we came together before school started where we just practiced in the heat. We went to different restaurants to eat together, to get to learn about each other, to know one another. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that as much in the pros. You know what I'm saying? So to see these guys getting back to the roots of getting to know each other, all this stuff is called getting bought in. They're having their fun now with each
Yeah.
other and learning each other, probably telling different stories about each other. So like this is where the brotherhood comes in, you know? So then when training camp starts, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, okay, now it's time for us to go to work. We got to punch in and do what we do or whatever so we can get back to this time again next summer, you know what I'm saying? But just seeing these guys have this type of fun with each other, you know what I'm saying? It's like we're going to get the fun out the way, but we're going to work just as hard. And y'all know the slogan, man, you know what I'm saying? Play hard, party harder, you know what I'm saying? But, you know,
That's it.
I think they know the message is just like, look, man, look, we got to get this work, get this job done. You know what I'm saying? And then we can get back to the switch here. But yeah, man, this is all a part of being bought in. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, fuck, Bryce out here with the guys and whatever we saw in the past where we were always like, where's Bryce? You know what I'm saying? And things like that, you know. And you know, it's fantastic. I guarantee probably other guys are hanging out. We just ain't seen videos of them. I mean, for all we know, the old line hanging out with each other doing shit. They just probably not recording it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all been a part of being bought in.
Yeah, dude, you said it perfectly. Like Bryce, Bryce, I feel like he's such like kind of a kid. You know, like his first year and a half, basically, and now he's like a guy. Like he's like now he's one of the dudes. Now he's like he like a better word. He fucks right now. Like he's the man. So I think people are now starting to see that swag in him, and I think people are pumped based on that.
Right.
Shout out to who was it that just commented in the chat talking about XL being on Facebook. My bad. I don't follow a lot of Panther players on Facebook because for one reason I didn't know that they're really that active on Facebook. But hey, I got XL so high on my expectation going in his second year, man. I think he's gonna ball out. As long as he stays healthy, I think he's gonna show us the reason why he was a first round draft pick.
Well, I agree so much. XL is going to just bomb this year and look great, man. I'm excited for him. Of all receivers, I'm excited for XL the most, I think, because I know what Tet's going to do. But I just think he's looking so good. And where's this video being shot, by the way, or what platform?
Now, I want to know that
this
too.
is
What
on,
late?
Yeah, so this is on YouTube where Tet posted this video to his own YouTube page, and this is at some lake up in Minnesota. Because that's where Adam Thielen's from. I guess he's either. I mean, I know he doesn't own that property, but he's like, it's on the link somewhere, and they're able to go out and ball like that. That's
Did you
that's
see him
awesome,
on that
dude.
board? Did you see Adam Thielen up, dude? That balance that he had, bro. He's
Oh,
done that
bro, you
numerous
can,
times.
yeah, you can tell
Numerous
that's not
times.
his first rodeo, bro.
He
Not
do
at
that shit
all.
all the time.
Well, once again, guys, don't speak too soon, because not to shoot no shots at my boy Twan, but was that safe, Twan? He could have pulled an Achilles.
Nah, that that
A
was safe.
hamstring.
Throwing a rotator
in
cuff
the
or
water.
I was worried. I was honestly worried if it was going to be. I could tell just by how the lake looked that it wasn't anywhere around us. It's too clear, too clean, sadly. But I ain't swimming in any lake around here, y'all. Lake
That
Norman,
lake water was
I'm not
dirty as
swimming.
hell.
And
I'm not swimming in none of them lakes, bro.
Shout out the guy that jumped in there in the water to try to help XL when he was in there was undrafted Jacoby George.
No,
So
that was
he's there.
that was Demar.
Diesel Skills told me
David
it was
Moore?
Yeah, that was David Moore. I thought it was not
George.
David Moore.
Who?
I thought that was David Moore.
Which guy?
Okay. No,
talking about the guy with
it might be two different. Jacoby George was there. He was the one with the funky hair.
I think
with the
David
hair
Moore and
kind of
Jacoby
like a-
George is there. I think both of them was.
Yeah,
on
that's what
that.
I say. That's what I say. It might have been two different times.
Hey, bro, if you showed me a picture of David Moore or Jacoby George, I might never be able to tell you who.
I tell you who
Coker,
wasn't.
David.
I can
Yeah.
tell you who wasn't on that boat. Coker wasn't on that boat.
Yeah, that's enough.
When no Renfro
Yeah.
either.
No.
Why
Renfro,
do y'all
Coker,
think that is? Why do y'all think Coker and
Coker's
Renfro
still hurt.
didn't make
Coco,
it?
I don't.
Coker's probably still recovering because
Yeah,
he did miss all of OTAs and minicamp with an injury.
They had a reason. They had a
and-
reason for
and
not doing
Hunter.
it.
To be honest with you, Hunter Renfro's probably enjoying the time with his family.
And
I mean,
I'm
he's
not
an older
look,
guy with a family, so.
and I'm not trying to dog nobody for not being
Yeah.
there. I'm just saying like they
Right.
wasn't there. Like
Right.
they more likely they had a legit reason why they wasn't there.
Well, let me tell y'all something that y'all didn't pick up on. Shout out to Ted McMillan, because usually when guys do this camaraderie and things like this, they don't invite rookies, bro. That goes to show you how much they care about Ted McMillan and how they feel like.
Yeah, I mean they know, and remember, Twan, Bryce was the one that told the front office, "Hey man, go get T-Mac, go get T-Mac." Me and
They
that
want
dude
him
are
to
gonna
be a
have
part of this, bro.
Yeah, so
Well, they spent time playing each other in high school. XL's quite young himself as far as in their same age bracket. This, shout out to one, this is camaraderie. This is something that you're going to see grow and develop 4 or 5 years down the road, hopefully,
Let me give you a prime example of how that is too. Some guys started a show called the C3 Podcast, right? Then came along Cody,
that
and
sounds
the way they manifested that, right? And then came a Pickle, then came a Diesel Skills, and those guys created something called a camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? And so when you got that thing, that camaraderie, and then that thing that y'all do, you know what I'm saying? Then you guys all love each other, all got each other's backs, that y'all meet up with each other. If one of y'all get hurt, y'all on the phone with each other. That's how you build.
Twan, just to add on to what you're saying as well, that's taking like somebody that you work with to like somebody that can be your family member, your brotherhood, somebody that you like get so closer with because you go do this stuff outside of your work. Like you go hang out with, you learn a lot about them by doing that way. Like you just stories that you bring up and stuff. Like that's just, I mean, overall, that's just great, man. It's great for the team, great for them.
Yeah, you got a bunch of good dudes, man, and they all think they're great. I mean, they all got swag about them. They all got confidence. Second Billy has that Jamar Chase coming into the league confidence.
Dude, Alex, I love that you mentioned Jamar Chase, because what I was about to mention is I heard somebody say that if you look at what the Bengals did, right, they drafted Joe Burrow, and then in that second round they grabbed T. Higgins. Well, then the very next year, they went and got Jamar Chase with a very high pick. A lot of people think that this could be something similar for us, getting two standout wide receivers that help bring out the best of our quarterback. Do you see possibly a similar trajectory between what the Bengals were able to do, which I know that's lofty. Those dudes are badasses, right? But could Bryce Young and the Panthers also find some of that magic?
Yeah, I do. I think I'm laughing it off. Jamar Chase is like one of one. He's like one of the best receivers we've ever seen, in my opinion, as far as talent.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But I think with how Canales uses wide receivers, they can have similar production. I don't think that's especially when they were early on. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities.
Yeah,
I think the ceiling for me as far as ranking, I think we can have a top 15 offense and the highest rank I can go for defense, which would be crazy. I would say to move up 10 spots to 22. I would be happy with that.
Okay.
I'd be happy with that too. Now I know it's sad to say, but I'd be very happy with that because it would be an amazing jump to go up 10 spots. From
Shout out
worst
to those
to
in the Joe's in the chat said Jacoby George wasn't there. There was a guy jumped into the lake that was sitting on the boat with that hairdo right there.
Yeah, that was him.
Now, if you look, Kobe Hudson. No, that dude wasn't there.
Kobe Hudson.
Kobe Hudson was there, but he was the one that was sitting with the red shorts and was acting like he was doing a music video.
Yeah, that Kobe Hudson wasn't the guy I saw though. That was
That was David Moore that jumped in the water.
If Kobe Hudson was there, that's interesting because they never invite undrafted free agents to anything.
Kobe Hudson was there. He was sitting there with the red shorts.
Somebody send a tweet to Nalo right now, ask who was all there, please. Who was all there?
No, I'm saying that's interesting, bro.
Yeah.
Well, Twan, I didn't want to do a conspiracy, but I was like, well, there go your wide receiver crew right there.
Bro, like I'm telling you, this may be more than that's interesting. Hey, Alex, what do you think, bro? That's it.
I think that's more Bryce, man. I think Bryce is just basically creating an inclusive culture. You know, I think that. But just honestly, these guys got big contracts, big undrafted free agent contracts. Like Coker's getting a lot of injuries lately. Excel's gotten injuries. Thielen's gotten injuries. I like them having that big depth at that position, and you got to install confidence in those guys. You might need them later on in the season. So
yeah.
I don't hate it at all.
There's a couple guys that we signed as undrafted free agents that we actually gave a guaranteed contract. Like it was less than $1 million, but it was still guaranteed.
Yeah, it was like more than 6 round picks.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing that also is going to take an effect. These guys are developing a bond. They're developing a closeness. At the end of preseason, some of them are going to get cut.
You know what they also developing, Pickle?
Mm-hmm.
They're developing that playbook.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Right. Some of them are going to get cut, and when they get cut, they have a chance to go to somebody else's practice squad or ours.
Well,
they're liable to come back here because they got buddies on this team.
Well, but to what Pop was saying, though, like when it comes to the playbook, also the timing of the routes, like how important is it for the quarterback to be in his throwing motion the second before that wide receiver makes his break, and comes out of his break? That's really important. Yeah, you see, Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert doing that a lot. And I really feel like Bryce, being that point guard that he is, getting on that same timing and same
please don't
rhythm
call him that. Please don't
early
call him
on. Hey, bro, I'm just saying. Getting
I
on
hate that
same
analogy.
timing.
I hate it.
Who we talking about?
Hey, bro, it is what it is, man. He's point
No.
guarding out there.
Ever since y'all heard Tepper
point
say that
guard out
guy,
there, bro.
he's not a point guard. He's a quarterback.
I've heard him
He's
say that
anticipating
before.
thrower.
Tepper.
I heard point guard. I heard point guard.
Point guard.
You know that ain't true.
Point guard. Point guard.
Y'all starting to have hearts fly outside and turning to Bryce.
I didn't say it. Hey, I didn't say it. I heard it.
Yeah, you heard it from G, baby, because you really listen to him too much.
No, it's King Bryce. Remember, it's not point guard. It's King Bryce.
That's true.
I want to point something out again because like this shit won't leave my head. So if Jacoby is there, let's come back to this when they make them cuts.
Yeah.
If Jacoby makes the cut, then let's come back to that moment.
It was nice that they were all there. That still doesn't mean they're all going to make the roster. And some of them may want to be on our practice squad, but the numbers just may not be there for all of them.
But what I told you, when I said Pickle, I said if Coker isn't straight,
right,
or if he has another setback, or he has another setback in practice.
Twan, let's be real, bro. Let's be real. Y'all want to see fireworks? You let Coker get cut and then come to C3 Panther Podcast following Friday. It's going to be ugly.
They'll put him on PUP or IR or something. Ain't no way cut him.
Well, I mean,
hurt players though, bro.
But remember, Jalen Coker got cut last year, and we had to pick him up on waivers.
He did clear waivers.
So that's why we're talking. Like, I remember specifically that they did it in such a way. They did it in such a cool way that like they let waivers go by, and then they did it later.
They wait till the waiver claim was done, and then they cut it. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. They did some like cool shit.
They did it for a financial advantage. They cut him, but they never was going to let him go. Like if you really look at the process, they just cut him for a certain situation for a different player. Let's see if the situation gonna work out. But they was never gonna let Coker go. Like be honest. But I think Coker issue is, I think Coker works out too much.
Twan. Juan, what have you been saying almost every week on here though when it comes to this roster? When it comes down to the 53-man roster, you're gonna have to earn your spot on this team, right, Juan? You're gonna have to earn your spot on this team. So it's not gonna surprise me, bro, if we get one of them cuts that we're like, wow, what? I think we are gonna have one of those. Yeah.
And let me ask y'all this: out of all the players on our team, who do you think is the most likely to be that wow cut?
Ooh, God.
Coker.
You say Coker? You know what, Cody? I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna say Hunter Renfrow.
But
and it's not gonna be because of his talent. Like I've said it, if he's healthy, he's making this roster. But health is it. Is he going to be close to 90%? I don't think he's going to be fully 100% healthy come week 1. I think he's still going to have to get in condition. I think conditioning right now is his biggest obstacle right now. Is conditioning.
When I say Coker, I mean like not kicked off the team. Like they'll probably move him over to the practice squad until like they want to move him back. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's far fetched. I mean, if I had to put my life on the line, he's gonna make the team. But y'all said the question was, what would be the wow?
Yeah. What player could y'all see being the surprise cut?
I can see Adam Thielen being a really surprise cut.
Ooh, that's a real big one.
Yeah, that's the only wow that I would see if Jimmy if Thielen. I agree with you.
I don't see possible. I understand what you're all saying. I do. I don't see him getting cut. I see them trading him. But I understand what you're saying. I do. 100%.
Would A'Shawn Robinson be a surprise cut for y'all? To me, he would.
Who?
I think
he's
making my pick.
He's not going. He showed out too good last year. He's not going nowhere. I mean, like I said, Thielen probably be the only person that I'll be like, wow, I can't believe that. But other than that, there ain't nobody in the wide receiver room that I'll be like, I don't think Coker is going to get cut because he proved himself last year. I think he has a soft spot with everybody. I like him as well because if something happens to Leggett or something, he can fill that void. He's not as fast, but he has the body size that he can.
He got the hands too.
Right.
Coker's got the hands.
I still think they keep 6 receivers.
Me too.
And David Moore's the guy going to be the odd man out.
Yeah.
I'm just not certain who that 6th guy is.
I think Coker's more likely to go on PUP or IR in my opinion. I don't think that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could be healthy before camp. I'm not saying he may show up and be ready to go. I don't know.
I got a question. Who would be the least surprising cut? I'll tell you mine right off the bat. Shy Tuttle.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and you want to know? I did want to say who was going to be my
Barno.
Bro,
Barno, it wouldn't surprise me.
What about
DJ Johnson?
What if Josie Jewell gets cut?
Who?
No.
Josie Jewell.
I don't think he's going to get cut, man.
I don't. You know what?
I mean, you bought in Roseboom.
To me,
Roseboom. You have Trevon Wallace.
They still have him for another year too, Cody. Though on the contract.
Yeah, but to me that would be a wow. Yeah. That would be a wow. Not because I like him, not because I think he's this great linebacker. Because no matter how much people disrespect him, there is nobody. I mean, could Roseboom make to fill that role? But you got Wallace and Roseboom. Let's be real. Josie Jules, Wallace, both were hurt last year. I wouldn't trust them both to stay healthy all year.
That whole linebacker room in general.
And there's zero depth behind them. I mean, zero quality depth.
Yeah, analytically, Jules is great. Yeah, he's great on defense. I mean, I don't know as a player, I don't know, but analytically, he makes that defense better.
How about surprise cut, Austin Corbett? That'd be a surprise.
Oh, that would be a surprise.
I thought about that. Yeah, I thouut about that.
Injured, and you have Mason take over. You can put
it wouldn't surprise me.
Like a pickle.
Oh, if Austin Corbett gets cut, I'm going to roast G Baby.
That will be hard because we need a backup.
I'm going to roast him. I'm going to attack him on every format that he's on.
Pickle, you know what you need to do? You need to post them receipts
You're right. I will.
You already got
I
a
will.
backup. You already got a backup center, Twan. You got K Mays, and you got Brady Christensen. Yeah, you already you got three centers.
From what we've heard, Brady Christian's not going to be a backup center. He's going to be a swing tackle, and they're going to try to keep him in that swing tackle position.
Well, that's why I like Moton. Maybe like I don't know. That would be a surprising cut, but I think that is a possibility.
It could not just be a cut. It could be going on pub or IR.
Yeah.
There's a chance Corbett still. I mean, to me, Corbett. I said it earlier in the show. I think Corbett's best days are behind him, and I just think that he's heading to the end of his career.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's actually a good call, Pickle, because like if you put him on IR, you miss the first 8 games, and if you get hurt in that position, then you still have him healthy towards the end of the year. Yeah, I think that's a good call.
I'm gonna take it up a notch. Halfway through the season, surprise and fire, Evero.
I would like that. I like that.
That would surprise me though.
It wouldn't surprise me, but I'd like it.
I wouldn't like it because that means we're doing horrible on defense.
Yeah. You got a point there, John. If we're doing good or even above average, they're not going to fire you.
I want to have a great year. Everyone can stick around the rest of the year, and then he can go elsewhere, be head coach, and we'll get the 3rd round pick that we never see him again.
No, we won't.
He won't go. He won't be head coach.
No, we won't, because he see, the only way that happens is if he was under contract with us past this year.
Right.
And at the end of this season, he's unrestricted free agent. he can go anywhere he wants to. And as soon as he goes somewhere else, we don't get nothing.
No, we don't get nothing. You're right.
You don't get nothing.
A damn thing. And I'll be honest with you.
That sucks.
Yeah,
that's why That's why they should have let him interview.
That's why we should have brought him back.
I'll keep it a buck with y'all, dude. And the only way I see him becoming a head coach is we would have to have a phenomenal.
I don't think. I'll be honest with you. I don't think anybody wanted to talk to him this year. I think Russ rather. I mean, it wasn't like the Panthers said you have to stay and we're going to pay you. We don't want you to go nowhere. They just didn't fire him. And how many people did you hear wanted to talk to him about any position?
I agree with Uncle Gates real fast. I think the defense is going to shock you. I agree with him 1,000,000,000%.
My favorite Panther team is when we have a great defense, man. I'm a defensive minded guy. I love a great defense, man. When it comes like defense and my running backs, man, that's my go-to thing.
This defense or nothing. All day.
I've been hearing some rumors that, like I said, it's just rumors that Trevor Etienne has been balling.
What surprised me?
I feel like Trevor is going to make it a real difference on the special teams.
I believe Trevor Etienne will be the starting running back on 3rd down. He's going to be the key 3rd down running back for this team before middle of the year.
Now look, I'm not getting on my boy Pop. I'm not.
Yeah,
how's he balling?
Yeah, you are. You know you are when you come out like that.
How's he balling when there ain't nobody hitting? There ain't nobody tackling and shit.
Hey, well, what
just running between people?
Yeah, but
I did wonder that too. How's he balling, Pop?
Hey, that's just what I heard. I heard he's looking really good.
I've been on the ETN train for a while.
I mean, I'm loving it. I hope that you're right. I hope it is balling whatever he is doing.
Look, I mean, some guys don't pick up the playbook. Some guys don't know where everybody's supposed to be and what position and sets and this, that, and other. Some people ain't calling out what they're seeing. Some people, and he already got a brother in the league, so he should have a step ahead of most running backs anyway, because he already had a starting brother in the league.
Let's say he's very knowledgeable. Let's say he's very knowledgeable.
I mean, but if he knows where to be and is hitting the right gaps and things of that nature, I mean, that could be considered as balling.
With the O-line that we have, there's no reason that any running back that we have on this roster can't ball. Like, I'm just being honest with you.
I agree.
Okay,
I agree.
Miles Sanders.
Okay, Miles Sanders
Miles
is a
Sanders.
special subject. He ran to his own players on offensive line. We broke down film. He ran into his own players on offensive line with open gaps beside him, two players long. Come on now. He don't have the vision that Chuba Hubbard has, Trevor Etienne has, Rico Dottle has. He just don't. And I don't know if y'all have seen it yet, but on X, Miles Sanders talking shit right now. He is saying that every play that he has for the most hated team, according to him, every play that he has on the field, he's gonna make the other team feel it. He's talking hellacious shit.
I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah, and he blamed him and the Cowboy reporter blamed Chuba Hubbard for stealing reps from Miles Sanders and said it was Bryce Young's rookie year that caused Miles Sanders to decline. And I said, bullshit, you a liar.
He got hurt like day one.
I said, you a liar. I said, dude, Chuba put up yards and you didn't. Why? Because you a pussy, and he blocked my ass.
Correct. So, everybody on here can correct
me
right now.
He got hurt. He got hurt before the season started.
Yeah, he got hurt.
But still, he blamed everybody but himself.
Did Miles Sanders not get every opportunity in the last 2 games?
I never liked how he had that sort of poor me attitude. Like you get everything that you earn, and he was the third best running back when we paid him to be the best.
Yes,
like we wanted him to be the number one over Chuba, and it just didn't work that way.
The way that he acted in interviews. Look, I'm not trying to talk bad about a man that's in the league that's getting paid way more money than I'm ever going to make in my lifetime. But the way that he acted in them interviews, he seemed like it was everybody in that locker room against him. Like, why is that then? If you're acting, why is everybody against you?
Because he sucked. He sucked as a running back, and the only reason why he got the yards he got in Philadelphia was because of Philadelphia's offensive line. And quite frankly, before, as I told a Cowboy fan at work, I told him, I said, I bet you a Pepsi out of that machine. I bet you a Pepsi out of that. I don't go high on these bets. Some of y'all would. I know Pop down there be laying that cash on the table. He would. Now, but I'm just not that way. I told him, I said, I guarantee you that Miles Sanders, you will be hating Miles Sanders before 2 months in the regular season.
Now, to be fair to Miles Sanders, I will say that I do not think that Canales used him properly when it comes to running the running game. He is not. You do not run him between the tackles. You run him to the outside. That you let him hit to the outside to the sideline. That's where he eat. How they also used him in the Atlanta game is how you're supposed to use him. It's like they just figured him out. That's how you're supposed to use him. He can catch. He can run routes. You run him to the outside. Do not bang him between the tackles, bro. He is not built like that.
We got killed because he's throwing. Bryce is throwing them to the outside to Miles. Like every single third down that ever existed for like half the season, it never worked. Like it's just not the threat. He can't make the first guy miss. It's just I don't know why he kept doing it. But
he looked bad out there the whole season, man. He looked bad. It was like running the team, missing holes, doing everything wrong until the last game of the season. Now we have film.
I'm gonna back up what Pop said. So, as far as Miles Sanders, we didn't use him correctly, but he did get hurt. But I believe he's gonna be way better with Dallas, bro.
I don't know.
I don't think he will, Twan.
Let me finish. He's gonna be way better with Dallas, bro. Look, we weren't a great offense. We weren't. I mean, it wasn't just him. It was the whole fucking offense. Bryce, the line, it was every damn thing that was wrong. Because towards the end of the year, he looked like Himothy. He looked like the guy that we thought he would be at the end of the year. He did. He's going to be a lot better with another team, bro. We didn't use him right. But if he talking shit, then, I mean, that's what we want. So then we can just bring it on when we see each other.
We also had no screen game because we couldn't push the ball downfield. So I think that's why Trevor's really exciting this year because now we have downfield pass catchers. And Now we can open up the screen game, and I think that's where you're going to see a lot from.
Respectfully, I don't see him being a lot better for Dallas. For the main reason, they have a new head coach. They have a worse offensive line, in my opinion, than what we have. I'm sorry, Zach Martin retired. That was their, captain, my captain on their offensive line for years. I just don't see their offensive line, even if they
Canales,
just
top. Canales tried to make this man do shit that he didn't do.
And Canales also wasn't with the regime when they signed him either.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm starting to say. In reality, I think Miles. I think Miles is left over from a regime. I don't think Miles fit the system at all. He was just left over from being here. The amount of money he was owed on his contract, basically, they couldn't release him, so they just kept him. And I'm just gonna say it. I wonder if Brooks not being healthy was the reason why he stayed on the team the whole time. See what I'm saying? If
you're absolutely right, Pickle.
If Brooks would have come to training camp healthy and ready to go, would Miles have even been on the roster?
Probably not.
No.
So I
don't think so.
Hey.
I think that Rico Dowdle is a much stronger, aggressive runner than Miles Sanders was. I think a lot of what Sanders was able to do was because of that O-line in Philly. And I feel like right now this could be the best offensive line that both Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle have ever run behind, man.
It's kind of odd that we actually, with the Cowboys y'all were talking about, we basically traded Miles Sanders for Rico Dowdle. So hopefully Dowdle fits our system. Hopefully Dowdle fits our system better than Miles did. And if Miles plays good for the Cowboys, good for him. I mean, good for him. I don't wish any meanness on him, and we'll see what happens. I don't like him talking trash. I really think that's lame, but it is what it is.
You gotta back it up. If he backs it up, then hey, that trash don't mean nothing because he backed it up.
Yeah.
You have to when you talk like that, you do have to back it up because people just say, "I told you so." What are you talking?
Right. And what G baby say? I got my receipts.
My thing about it is we also basically traded Jonathan Mingo for ETN, right? One of the fourth rounders that we picked, or Ransom maybe.
Yeah.
One of those two picks in the fourth round. We basically traded Mingo for one of them.
Hey, I wanted to ask y'all this.
Another good move.
Yeah. ESPN ranked the Panthers' offensive weapons at 31st amongst all 32 NFL teams. We were only higher than the Tennessee Titans.
Let's say it one more time. Let them sleep.
Yep.
I like it too, Twan. I'm all right with it.
I saw that. I wasn't even remotely worried about it. I thought, well, we ain't played yet, and I like that. When we went to the Super Bowl the last two times we went to the Super Bowl, the start of that year, we were ranked low, I think.
Don't get mad at this, bro. You should be happy about this. Because, bro, when we win these games, bro.
Right.
Oh, they're going to have to change their mode. They're going to have to go, we were wrong. And blah, blah,
Right.
Yeah.
They know too, man.
Yeah. They don't have this right now. I mean,
But
think
screenshot. Y'all screenshot these articles because like happened in 2015. I guarantee you, those negative articles will be disappearing off these websites. So all of a sudden, go boom.
Go ahead, Alex.
People talk. Listen, man. Like you see how many people are talking about the Panthers right now. They intellectually know. They know. Everybody knows. And even the Panther players know. Even the coaches know. Since the freaking combine, they've been walking around with a different swag about them. It's just asinine that we keep on that they're keeping coming back to let's shit on the Panthers again when everyone else like Kay Adams everyone's talking about the Panthers right now, which is really really weird. And also, people are talking about Cam Newton right now, which is really really weird. I just don't know what to do, but it's awesome. They know. Everybody knows. They just don't want to admit the Panthers are good. They're just saying that it's you to watch out for. But nobody actually believes this. In my opinion.
I will say though, I'm so glad that I'm not one of them bandwagon fans. It's not, they don't pick a team that they go like 3 and whatever. They only win 3 games the whole season. Like I've been here through the bad, the ugly. I've been here when we've been the best, great. I'm sticking with this team, man. Like there's so many fans out there that will switch, flip flop in a heartbeat for another team. I will never be one of them fans, ever.
Same.
So what they used to call bandwagon fans.
Man, that's the difference between that feeling, like when you were with a team, like that 2015 season. I just remember, man, that was awesome. Like, what a great feeling! What a great feeling it was. So you got to go through those bad times with those good feelings at those times.
Hey, look, man, I went to work every day. That was just like, y'all gonna lose the next game.
Yeah.
every Monday.
They still hated on them.
Every Monday it was like. Every
said.
Monday I was like, it looks like we didn't lose, bro. And like, it got up to like 14-0, bro. Well, hey, wait. Then look, all that shit stopped. Nobody's saying nothing, I don't hear nothing. I don't hear a lot of chatter no more, bro. What's going on?
I don't know. We were the worst 10-0 team of all time with the captain.
Yeah, they said that. You're right.
We got that crap.
So that's the thing, man.
The worst 11-0 team.
You got to beat the shit out of people to make them shut up in life and in sports.
And they were. Not only were they winning, they were beat the shit out of everybody.
You just got to win to shut them up, bro.
I still look back on that Thanksgiving Dallas game, man. That
Thanksgiving
Dallas game was so special. Holy
awesome.
Man, I love that game.
And I maintain.
Hey, Cody, real quick. If I'm Canales, I'm posting this shit on the field, man. I'm getting somebody to blow this shit up. I'm putting all negative comments around the practice field for them to read, and this is what they think about y'all, bro. This is what they think.
Put it in their locker.
I agree.
Come on, put it in their locker room,
And
bro.
that's called bulletin board material.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, but I have always said the best Panther teams are slept on Panthers teams. The ones that nobody sees coming in 2015 before the season. Nobody was predicting the Panthers, bro. Let alone after Kelvin Benjamin went down with an injury. So it's like, I love it when no one takes us serious.
Man, Cam Newton was so good.
Oh, incredible, man.
Hey,
I'm reading the comments. I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments that's on the screen now. That sounds like good stuff they're writing. So why are we 31? I don't get it.
Yeah. Did anybody watch the Charlotte Observer Cam documentary or whatever it was?
No, I actually haven't watched it.
I haven't either.
I've seen a clip of it about the Josh Norman talk when he was talking about the fight between him and Cam Newton. That's the only thing I've watched.
I've watched about everything they've released.
Okay, is it good?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I do it. Now, it's on the Charlotte Observer, and everything related to that is free to anybody, whether you subscribe to Observer or not.
It's $1.
Are they
everybody should
releasing it in
subscribe, by the way.
parts, or are they going to release the whole thing at once eventually? Is it just parts right now? Like a day?
Yeah, it's all parts. I don't know that they're going to release it all at once. It's just all parts right now.
Okay.
They've released something every day, and there's all dates on them. I really liked it. There was a lot of good info in it. Everybody comments. You've got not everybody. Cam, they reached out to Cam repeatedly, according to Scott Fowler, to try to get a hold of Cam. They actually said that they were told that yes, Cam's got the message, but he never responded to him about showing up in it. Apparently, he wasn't interested in doing it. So they moved on, but everybody else has done it. Everybody else has responded on it and done it. Thomas has done it, of course. Luke's done it. Quite many of them's done it. I've really been pleased with it. I can't remember all of it. I do know that there was that. Like Jake, I read a lot about the fight. I do know that when the coaches were having meetings about what to do about the situations, the players walked up to Ron and said, "Let us deal with this. Let us deal with this." And Ron said, "Okay," and they did.
I think a lot of stuff with Cam is probably not his fault. It's complicated when you're beholden to like investors and people and media
Yeah.
to get
What-
released to be able to do
Not-
this kind of stuff.
Not only
Whatever.
that, Cam has been on record, and look, I'm not really trying to go down the road of defending such and such or whatever, but he's been on record, man, that anytime Cam Newton posts even his podcast, one of the first comments that he have is, "You should have dove on that fumble in the Super Bowl." That's literally, and he said that on like, and if he was going to do that document, there's no telling how many comments, how many questions on there would be. Why didn't you jump on that ball when you fumbled it? Why didn't you?
Bro,
And look, he should have. Look, I'm not defending. He should have jumped on that ball. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that's literally his whole career came down to one play, according to a lot of people out there. Should it be that way? No,
dude. Let me say real fast about this. It's the most annoying thing. I was at the Super Bowl. I was at that Super Bowl, and I was in the end zone. I saw the view that you only see the sideline view, right? I saw the view. No one around us even commented on it. Like he wasn't close. Like Von, whoever, I think it was Von Miller who recovered it. Like his hand was out. Like while Cam was running to it, Von Miller's hand was touching the ball. Cam is probably getting hurt in the dog pile if he dives on that. He has no shot at it. It's this and even like Cam's like kind of leaning into this because I don't know why. But the 30 people around me, nobody said anything about it. Nobody said anything about it. Until the next day.
That ball, bro. He was never gonna get it.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even something we were like, oh man, why didn't he dive for it? Or like, what if it was fumbled real fast.
I love you, brother. I know you don't like it. I love you, brother. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, we turned on ESPN the next day. We're like, what the hell are they talking about? Like, nobody. Anyway.
Alex, but Panthers fans bought into that bullshit. I'm like, bro, he was never gonna get that ball, even if he dove for it.
Not even close. No shot, 0% chance.
It's got nothing to do with the ball. I disagree respectfully to everybody.
But that's what it broke down to.
And let's be real. Here's what it has to do with. Cam's already went on statement and said he felt disrespected because nobody wanted to honor him. Nobody wanted to talk about the 2015 season. The Observer by Alex, I can't remember his last name. The guy that interviewed Cody.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah, he went. Him and somebody else, just the guy who takes the pictures, went and reached out to Scott Fowler about their idea of honoring him and wanted to know if he wanted to be part of it. He's absolutely. So they reached out. They got hold of everybody, and everybody talked. There's parts in there that I didn't know, the conversations they had between folks, and when they reached out to Cam, just so they wasn't asking him to be the leader of it. And let's be fair, they had people who just talked, gave a short paragraph to a reporter. They had people on video. They had people that streamed. They're not asking him to drive to Charlotte. He could have picked up the phone and said, "Hey," he could have just whatever. He didn't even have the courtesy to say no, thank you. He just no comment.
I get that.
You know,
let me.
I'm not disrespecting Cam at all. I'm saying don't cry because nobody pays you attention one day, and then the next day, no show everybody.
So, hey, after Jake, I'm gonna introduce somebody after Jake.
Okay,
Go ahead, Jake.
No, I was just gonna say, let me meet you in the middle, Pickle. I know you agree. There's much bitterness on both sides. Can we agree to that? There's a lot of bitterness on both sides because according to Cam Newton, he said that there is nothing in the locker room in that stadium that has a picture of him. They don't have him out whatsoever, honoring him for anything in that stadium. According to him. According to him.
No, it's true. It ain't.
It's so true.
This has nothing to do with Panthers.com. This is the Observer, Charlotte Observer guy.
Okay, and I get
this has nothing to do with Panthers.com.
But it's still Panther related though. It's still Carolina Panther related.
Why does he wear Panther attire?
Because he played for the Panthers. He was a Panther player.
I mean, also not feeling like the media treated you fair isn't the same thing about being, proud of being a Panther. Let me welcome somebody into the show. We got Christian dropping gems back on the pod. What's up, bro?
What's up, gents? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. What's up, dude?
Hey, I'm just coming on here for one reason, and that's to embarrass someone. But it's not the way you think. One of your very own, I'm here to support him, man. He's starting his own bar. You guys got to talk about this shit, bro. He's actually it's gonna be employee owned. So I just want to give well wishes, man. I think you all should too. And in Toronto, I know you're out there in New York, right?
Yeah.
Not-
I'm not.
What?
Yeah,
Bro.
You're in New York?
He's in Raleigh right now. He's from New
I'm
York.
Raleigh right now. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, hey, well wishes, brother.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. You're talking about Alex and his bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, man. Yo, appreciate it, man. I appreciate that.
Shout
I like
out
to be a
your
center
bar,
of attention,
man.
but I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Shout out your bar. Tell them where they can find you and where they can support.
Yeah. Honestly, what would be really great if anybody going on my YouTube channel or anything like that, go to Instagram and follow at the Throwback NYC. The Throwback NYC. You can see our journey and stuff like that. But the more followers we have, the more our algorithm changes everything. We go to the top of this most searched stuff. So that would be a really good way for anybody to support. And it's basically based on my grandfather collected a bunch of memorabilia that is going to be filled with that. And we're basically doing it as a way to change as a disruptor in the hospitality world. So we're giving all our employees profit share and health insurance and pension plans.
Nice.
So just trying to do my part or our part to change what was considered an industry where people are working paycheck to paycheck.
Disrupt the fucking system.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, I was like sitting here, I'm like, fucking dude, I don't want to embarrass them. I'm like, no, I gotta do something, bro. Life's hard enough as it is without support, So
I appreciate it. I really do.
I'm gonna keep trying to support my siblings who live there to go there. So that's all I had to say, gents.
Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. That's nice.
Let me tell y'all something real quick, man. Let me tell y'all something. And yeah, I'm gloating when I say this shit. It's NYC and nothing, man. New York City is the greatest city on fucking earth. You know what I'm saying?
It's still on my bucket list, man. I gotta get up there one day, man.
I'm blessed every day to be from there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you guys didn't live a better life, but it's something about being a New Yorker, man. We're unlike any other people on earth. People say we talk a lot of shit. We do. Some people say we're loud. We are. We wear that shit on our sleeves, man. But the thing is, in New York, man, I wish a lot of other people was like that. Black, white, brown, or whatever. We are New Yorkers first. You feel me? And then your ethnic group, and then your religion, and whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you are a New Yorker first. Sometimes when you're talking on the phone with one of us, you don't even know what fucking color we are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing is, people say, they say everything about us or whatever, but it's just a tremendous pride and a brotherhood in New York City. No, we don't get everything right. It can be downright murderous depending on where you're going, though, bro. But look.
Yeah, man.
I said everybody wants to be us.
I'm afraid to go to New York for the simple fact that I'm going to spend a whole day just eating pizza at different restaurants.
Alex, I'm on your site. Yo, you in Manhattan?
Yeah. I live in Harlem for 13 years. My bar's in the Upper West Side.
Yeah, so I'm from East New York and Brooklyn.
Sick.
What high school did you go to?
I know. I'm from North Carolina. I've lived here 13 years though. Yeah. We'll talk offline. I don't want to take away from five guys.
Yeah,
but we gotta meet up, man. You're back in New York for sure.
Yeah, man. Shout out Alex. Y'all support the bar. And
free drinks from Alex.
Shout out to Alex doing the big.
Yo, I got around. You guys come to the Jets game for sure.
Hey, free drinks on Alex.
One free drink.
Yeah, before we get out of here,
I love that.
I asked this earlier, but I want to ask everybody one more time. Do you think the Panthers will make an addition to the defensive backfield before the start of the season? Before either Asante Samuel, Justin Simmons, maybe even Gilly Locke coming back to the Carolina Panthers. Do you think Carolina will and should make another addition before the start of the season?
Yes, I'll just jump in today. Yes.
Yeah, man.
And I'll make a point that probably is awkward and weird. If you look at Tillis' track record, he spreads the cap very, very thin, and he only gets money when he's going to use it. So the way that he spread the cap, his rollover cap is the same every single year. That rollover cap is already there, and so he's sitting on enough cap to sign at least 2 starting players. So he's almost always done that, or the Chiefs have almost always done that. Plus, Dan Morgan literally said that they're going to bring in that secondary, the quarterback and safety are a big priority, and that they would be bringing in a safety.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you have a preferred choice? Like, if you had to pick one out of any of them, I mean, it also doesn't even have to be a player up on screen, but just is there a certain player that you would like to see the Panthers add while they have the opportunity?
Who was that?
I'm not like anybody.
That's Justin Simmons.
Sorry, yeah. And for me, I don't. I think they're all kind of the same. People love Blackman, but for me, I'm just like, I think anybody they bring in, as far as like the top 3 or 4 guys, I think they'll work out fine.
I would bring in Gilly. I would bring in Gilly because I think Gilly still got it. It's a good story because he's from this area, but I think he'll give it his all on his way out. You know what I'm saying? I think he wants to retire a Panther. I don't know why we let him go the first time, but I think he would the most upside. I don't really give a fuck about stories, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I care about winning. And I think Gilly, and plus we need another corner, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I think that dude is gonna be the one that's gonna give us the most product at a position that we desperately need more depth at.
Yeah. Anybody else want to jump in on this? Is there a certain player y'all would like to see? Go ahead, Steve.
I'd like to see a free safety come in who's a ball hawk. I don't know about he doesn't like to have a star, but I don't care about the star. But we have plenty of thumpers on the team in the secondary. We need somebody who can catch the ball and stuff. And I'd like to have a Kirk Coleman type player nowadays. And that'd be good to have.
Yeah.
He's always making those catches, and he was not afraid to thump people too. But we definitely need somebody to play center field, or maybe a cornerback who could also play somewhat of a center field. But I think free safety is about the most important thing we need on the team right now, really.
Yeah.
Coleman would be great right now.
Yeah, a really good safety. That would be awesome. But I mean, at the same time, I want to believe in the Lathan Ransom, who I do think can be a really good player early on. I don't know that at the same time, like, I can understand why you would want to upgrade that position a little and maybe bring in a Justin Simmons. To me, Demani Richardson and a few of those guys don't do a lot for me.
I think Julian Blackman, I still think that's the icing on the cake. I think he's better. I'm not going to – I'm going to go that far. I'm going to say way better than Justin Simmons right now in his career. I mean, coming off of last year, Julian Blackman, I think he did have an injury. He was out a couple games, but he still had 4 interceptions. And, I mean, I know that's not a whole lot to a lot of people, but, I mean, that's still nice to me. And, I mean, he's 26 years old. He's only 26 years old. He's not like a 30-plus-year-old safety, 29, or even a corner. Look, I like Gilmore. Like, that dude's still money, and he's, 33 years old, somewhere around there. But he's still money. But to me, my personal opinion, right now, icing on the cake for this defense is Julian Blackman.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I'm not gonna argue with Julian Blackman either. I mean, I'd be happy with either one. I'm definitely not gonna argue that.
I would like to have a free safety. I would like to have depth at corner too, but a free safety would be I would love. But I would rather have a guy. Blackman sounds better because of his youth, and he's just as good. But if the team has plans for Ransom to be your future starter, then reality Gilly's probably the better option. Well, not Gilly.
Samuel.
Justin
Simmons, because he'll be a 1-year deal.
Gilly would too.
Yeah. But like I said, at free safety now, Just talking about free safety. So
It's going to do the defense.
I think any of these guys will be 1 year because we would immediately go into the draft the next year and go after one of these positions.
Right. I mean, I think their long-term plan is for Ransom to play free safety, because I mean, the one thing I'll say, they apparently can't teach anybody to tackle, and Ransom already knows how to tackle, so maybe they can teach somebody to cover, because they damn sure can't teach anybody how to tackle. So
yeah, that's the only one thing I've heard about Ransom is his coverage ability.
Well, I mean, if according to what you could dig up by analytics, which this team loves, analytics say that in strictly zone, he's 82% in zone.
Yeah. And we play a lot of zone.
Right, and as a free safety, you're going to play zone.
I hope we don't play a lot of zone this year.
Well, as
I hope not either.
That's the thing.
I hope not either.
As a free safety, that's his job to play zone. As a free safety, what you don't want is your corners playing a lot of zone, and I doubt he's going to play any corner. I think it would be a mistake to line him up on as a corner, even in the big nickel part.
Yeah, I mean, I would kind of like Asante Samuel. I mean, if Asante is healthy and ready to go, I really do think that having his presence in the backfield would be really good for this team. Yeah, he's still young, and I know he's had a neck injury, and that might be enough to scare off some other people. But if he's healthy and ready to go, I wouldn't mind putting him at nickel or even letting him split some time on the outside with him and Michael Jackson if he's capable of doing so.
But you know what, though? I have to ask, though. The one thing that kind of sets me off, all these guys that we're talking about, we like them. They fit areas of need, but they're still available a couple days before camp. So my question is, why have other teams said no? That's the question.
Space.
Is it the fact that maybe Asante Samuel's medical isn't coming back good?
I think
maybe Blackman or maybe even Gillies waiting for the right time, the right place, the right environment. With Justin Simmons, for example, rumors has been pretty accurate. Rumors says Simmons is waiting for a spot to open up on the Eagles. He wants to go to no other team but the Eagles.
That's what I was going to say, too, Pickle. Some of these guys, believe it or not, it's dumb to think that way or waiting on a certain team.
You're right. I agree with that.
You should just be trying to get a slot.
Not only that, I mean, it's going to sound lazy, but a lot of them don't want to be in a full training camp. They don't want a full training camp. They just don't.
I mean,
they wait to sign just because of that.
Yeah, if you're Justin Simmons or Gilly, yeah, Gilmore probably like, nah, I ain't going through training camp.
And that's why they ass gonna be broke.
So
yeah, that's some dumbass.
Also, a lot of teams have to.
I mean,
a lot of teams
it's worked for Gilly the last few years
already.
Yeah, it's worked for Gilmore the last few years.
It works like this, man. Hey, Alex, I need a job, but I only want to work as your maitre d'. Alex is like, all right, so have a good day.
Yeah, no, it's more like I only want to work Saturday, Sunday.
The fuck?
It's like yeah, no, like I need you Monday through Sunday. Like everybody else has to have that schedule. So
I'm writing the check.
yeah, that's more of what it's like. Like you can't just hit everything that happens when you getting hired. Like you ain't, if you're making me I feel like I don't want to say this is just for analogy. This is not how I feel. But like if you're at a bar and this like super hot girl wants to be a bartender and like she's getting all these dudes to come in and spend all this money, yeah, you can say you can have Saturday and Sunday. But if you're like Joe Schmo coming off the street and you want Saturday and Sunday, i.e. these guys are coming in, then no, you don't get to make those terms. Like you ain't this really, really hot girl. This is just for analogy. This is not how I feel.
Yeah, man, tits and ass wins again, bro.
I didn't say that.
Always
I'm a bar owner now. I didn't say that.
I know that's not what you meant, but it seems like it wins all the time.
Well, two things. Like I said, you have to know what you have on your team already. A lot of these guys haven't been to camp yet. They don't know what these kids are going to do, so you can't really sign another player until you know what you got. But the best way the Panthers to improve their secondary is to have Horn shadow the best receiver in the other team all the friggin' time. That's how you improve the Carolina Panthers defense. Not let him sit there and watch Michael Jackson have all the fun.
Yeah, and I would say every time we bring this up, somebody at somewhere, maybe not on this show, but somebody will pop off. Well, a lot of corners don't do that. Yeah, because there's a lot of stupid coordinators out there who only got their job because they're not smart enough to be a head coach. That's just a fact of it. Most of the best corners in this league will travel.
If they
Some
have
of the best
coverage,
defensive coordinators will travel.
if they have coverage, man-to-man issues, I can understand them not traveling. But J.C. Horn, in my opinion, doesn't have that issue. I think he can travel. I think he can do man-to-man. I think he can cover very well.
Bro,
and
listen. Go ahead, Jake. But
I'm done.
Jake, he ain't gonna have that problem this year. Because I'm gonna tell you like this: believe it or not, J.C. Horn got Evero by the balls. It would do Evero well to listen to J.C. Horn this year when he goes to him and says, "Look, J.C. Horn could literally audible himself out of anything that Evero calls in that he doesn't like, because guess whose ass is on the line?
Evero,
yep.
Yeah.
J.C. Horn can say, "Nah, I'm going with him." Look, what's he gonna do? Get mad at him on the sideline?
One game that just totally still pisses me off to think about it is Evero. Okay, you don't want to move J.C. Horn around. I don't like it, but I guess that's your job.
You got a choice this year.
But don't line your strong safety up. Allow him to line up one-on-one against one of the best receivers.
CD Lamb. I already know
in the
you're talking
league, and watch him get burned for an entire half and still not know what to do afterward.
Cooked. I knew exactly who you was talking about from the get-go. What game, what player, as soon as you said that. We broke down the film, Pickle. I was with you on that one.
I mean, repeatedly.
Yeah.
So on that play, on that game itself, you lined a strong safety because you believed he could cover. And then granted, at the end of the game, and then it's your next week press conference on Thursday, you said, it don't look like he can cover one-on-one. You think?
Yeah. But, to me, we were arguing in the chat about this with G-Baby and a few others. This is probably, on paper, one of the least fearful defensive backfields in the NFL. I mean, other than J.C. Horn, who was, awesome, deserves all the credit that he gets. There's not a lot to really strike fear in your heart. So if you're some of the better teams that we're going to be playing against their wide receiver core, I don't think
you better bring that blitz.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to be able to hold up in coverage too terribly long. J.C. Horn can't be everywhere. I think the health of our defensive backfield is predicated upon pass rush. If we're able to get into the backfield, get after the quarterback, that's going to make our defensive backs, that's going to make their job a whole hell of a lot easier.
Now you're learning, young snapper. I told you.
Yeah. Bobby Brown is going to make such a difference.
Yeah, when that front four gets pressure, it makes everybody else's job on defense that much better. The thing is with J.C. Horn, you put J.C. Horn on their best receiver. That's how all the good teams do it anyway. Look, man, if you win this game, it ain't going to be because of this motherfucker.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I've never understood, and I've seen teams try to eliminate Travis Kelce completely. That dude somehow still finds open space. I don't know how he does either, man. But that's just one of them guys. Like, I am going to try my best to completely wipe him out the game. I'm not losing because of Travis Kelce. I'm losing because of somebody else. But somehow that dude still gets open. It's amazing to see. I hate
I
to see
don't
it against
feel like
us, but I'm saying just respectfully that dude, he's like Adam Thielen. He's like Adam Thielen to me too, because Adam Thielen, for him to be such a at his age, he's not fast, and people keep saying, oh, he's not that fast, but he still gets open. He still runs such a good route that he finds his way open, man. And that's why I'm saying I'm so glad we still have Adam Thielen on this team to like mentor these young guys that we have on this team for that same exact reason.
I saw something. And I know you guys probably already talked about it, but I know there was a debate going back and forth on different podcasts. But I finally got to hear it from myself come out of Adam Thielen's mouth when somebody asked him, "Was Bryce and his development the reason?" And he said it was one of the sole reasons why he was coming back. So I believe players over fans. And if he sees all of that in Bryce Young, that he says, I'm going to come back and do another season, I have to believe, bro, like, it's going to be special, bro. It's going to be special.
Dude,
He said he was one of the sole reasons why he was coming back.
Look at the way they walk around, man. They just know it. Like, and I agree with dude. Pan Pro needs to get on this, get up here because he's making some really, really good points. I've been following what he's been saying. Bobby, because I was trying to make a point earlier. Bobby Brown is going to make such a difference because he's going to be able to take double teams himself. He's going to take so many guys from the line that Ashawn Robinson and Derek Brown are going to be getting sacks.
And he's such a great tackler as well. Bobby Brown's such a great tackler.
Great move, yeah. And then you have Ward. I mean, we're just gonna move that line back. It's
Yeah,
just
I mean,
almost a line back.
Yeah, you know, when you have four guys up front and it's a nickel, who's those four? In my opinion, those four are your starting edge rushers on the outside, Turk and Derek Brown. If you're in nickel a lot, the boys are going to be tired. So fine, you put Bobby Brown in there for Derek Brown, and then you put Ashawn Robinson on the other side, right beside him. You're always going to have a big man to rest. And that's how you use your depth. You rotate them guys. You know, maybe you have a nickel package where you have Turk and you have Derek Brown, and then you go to your big nickel and you have Brown and Ashawn Robinson in there. You know, maybe even you have Turk on the outside because Turk can play in as good as he can on the inside. So
it's a great problem to have. We finally got a rotation on that defensive line.
When you started Shy Tuttle last year, yeah, it all sounds pretty good.
Exactly.
He ain't gonna make the team. Hey, Cody, I want to say one thing. I know you probably about to get ready to get out of here, man. Thanks.
Man, you don't know me.
Hey, well, I'm about to say, hey, thanks for the extra 20 minutes.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for that. Y'all, we gotta get out of here.
Hey, y'all right? I was about to hit y'all with it. You're not wrong.
Yeah, man. I just want everybody to just let everybody sleep, man. I'm saying where a lot of like the writers and shit like that, everybody, you know, it's really not Panthers disrespect. It's because we've been so bad so long. They just don't.
Yeah, it's hard to put us at the top of it.
And let them not believe it. You know what I'm saying? Let them not believe
100%.
it. But every now and then you see some guys and some guys with noteworthy names that have actually looked at our roster and studied it, and they said, "Wait a minute,
right?
Carolina, like they may not be." But they got the pieces to be.
Well,
like, and that's why you got some of these people going, these motherfuckers can make the playoffs. Well, other people are going, ranked 29th and the blah, 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 and all this other. Look, it's some guys out there that are actually looking at our roster and going, they can make some shit happen.
Also, depth. If you have depth, you'll get as many injuries. We've been like one of the top 5 most injured team in the league, like 3 years in a row. But you have depth; those guys get a rest, and they're not putting as much stress on those ligaments and those muscles. Yeah. You know, so it's. I like it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, shout out.
People are going to be asking, who the fuck is Dan Morgan? And okay, who is Carolina's GM? Dan Morgan.
Oh, they're gonna know in short order. They're gonna know who the fuck Dan Morgan
man that still has the most tackles in football history.
How about this? This is my prediction. Dan Morgan will be more famous as a GM than he was
As a
known
player,
for being a
I agree.
linebacker.
Damn
I
right.
think so too. I think so too. And bro, Dan Morgan was a damn good linebacker.
Yeah, that's a high standard.
That's what I'm saying. So, dude was the man. I think he will continue to be the man. I think we are all happy about the trajectory that the current Carolina Panthers team are moving towards. Bro, next Friday, we'll be talking about real shit that's happening at training camp, boys. We'll actually have something to talk about. I won't have to dig into the deepest trenches of Twitter to find some topics for the boys to discuss. It is going to be insane. We're so pumped, so excited. As
Cody,
always, boys,
I hate
you
to
know
sound
I
arrogant.
appreciate y'all. Man,
Cody, I hate to say arrogant, but look, man, we've been doing this for a long time, bro. Hey, figuring out content ain't hard for us no more. It ain't hard. With everything that happened over in the offseason, we didn't do a lot of fluff. It was a lot to talk about.
yeah,
Great
they
content.
do a good job in
It
keeping
ain't
the
fucking hard, bro.
content
It's
for
not
the.
hard.
Well, not only
They
that,
do
when you have a good group of guys, man, we can only have one thing to talk about. You can make that one thing to talk about for
Right.
hours.
Yeah, that's the
Hours.
easiest part. We have incredible discussions about just absolutely anything, man.
There you go.
I love the C3 Legion. Appreciate y'all, boys. I'm going to go around one by one, let y'all get off your last comments before we get up out of here for a Friday evening. My man, Alex Bryant. Alex, we appreciate you, brother. Once again, shout out where they can find you. Shout out your bar and all that stuff. And as always, we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, don't even think about my YouTube page. Just if you want to do me a favor, follow us on Instagram at the Throwback NYC. Just because it helps our algorithm and gets us more customers, all that good stuff.
That's it.
I totally agree with you guys. This is so great because everybody listens to each other. Everybody's kind to each other. Everybody lets everybody talk, and that's what makes the discussion so great. Is that you kind of get to dive so deep into what you're talking about because you're not wasting so much time with the nonsense bickering back and forth. And it's also it really, really is. And I love when I get to come on here when I have time because it really, really is great discussions. And you guys have created such a positive environment. I just every time I come on here, I just get amazed. It's such a good therapeutic thing to come on here and have good discussions about football and not trying to be right and not trying to be listen to me, I know everything kind of thing. It's great. You guys are just really awesome, and I really like coming on here.
Alex, we appreciate you, brother. We want to be a free flow of ideas for all Panther fans of all ages, shapes, and sizes. You already know. We appreciate you, Alex. Next up, my man. We'll go to Panther Pickle next. Panther Pickle, I appreciate you, brother. Give me your final thoughts for the free-for-all, bro.
Yes, sir. I just shout out to Bill Polian. I listened to him again this week, and he was asked about the future of the NFC South, and he gave his thoughts on each ones. And he said, "Scratch your head on the Saints." He said the Bucks are at top because everybody else in the division is at the bottom. He said the Panthers are going to be better than people think. And if it works out what they have on paper, there's no reason why they're not top of the division this year.
Yes, sir. Love that.
He said if the Panthers had a close to a professional defense last year, because he said, and I quote, the Panthers did not have a professional defense. If they would have had a close to a professional defense, they would have had a winning season. He said, but they didn't. So here's where they're at. This caution everybody to understand we're not there yet. We're almost there. We still need help in certain areas. This is where long-term help. This is where another draft is critical. And keep pounding, y'all. We'll get there. We'll get there. May not get there this year, but we will get there. But there's no reason at all why we can't be a 2-digit win. We should at least be 10. We should at least have 10 wins.
Tell him, Pickle.
I agree. I 100% agree.
Anything less is a disappointment.
I am also in agreement, man. I want them double digits like as bad as I need my next breath of air. You know what I'm saying? Twan Don, let me go to you next. Give me that that passion that you always bring, brother. You know, we appreciate you, bro. And give me your final thoughts for the free for all, man.
Yeah, man. Love, peace, and hair grace, Cody. Thank you for always
Course,
allowing
man.
me to come over here and be myself. You know
Always.
Shout out to C3 Nation and Pickle and them and what they do on Spaces, Diesel Skills, and Cole and all them. Go check those guys out. Man, I believe in what these Panthers, what these guys is doing. I see what's happening in front of me. It's not going to shock me, man. It's just going to make my year happier. Make me buy more jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Look, my motto is going to be the same every week, man. Let these people continue to sleep. They don't owe us nothing. You know what I'm saying? But the team owes us. The fans that have been loyal, they owe it to us, man. Shout out to Pickle, Jake, my man Alex. Alex, you will see me this year. I'll be home, bro. I'm coming by that bar.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, look, I'm gonna bring a couple friends with me. We probably gonna spend about $300 in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, and hopefully we can, chat it up with you some though, man.
Yeah.
And look,
Bro.
NYC, it's Manhattan. Are you guys close to the Harlem or the other
Yeah,
side?
no, we're on 93rd, 94th in Amsterdam.
So I'll
Up
be
west
over
side.
there. And
Yeah, that's
shout
cool,
out to
baby.
business. Look, man, and bro, look, can I borrow some money? Because look, forget about it. People don't look. If you don't know, and look,
Forget
I was about to say, bro, you ain't
listen,
Manhattan.
listen,
You
forget
gotta
about
be
it. Look, I
paying
ain't gonna tell
so
his
much
business.
money, bro.
I'm not gonna tell Alex business. But if you own a bar in Manhattan,
Forget about it.
forget it. You
Forget
don't
about
know what that costs.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, shout out to Twan, shout out to Alex, shout out to Pickle. Last but not least, my boy, Jake the Snake. We're going to let you close it out today, Jake.
Hey.
We appreciate you, brother. Give me your final thoughts for this Friday free for all, brother.
First and foremost, thank you, Tony, for giving us this platform, man. Thank
That's
you
right.
for
Shout out Tony
establishing
Dunn.
the C3 Panther Podcast, man, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here in this podcast right now. Shout out to him. Shout out to C3 Legion, man. We had a great, amazing space Thursday. So make sure y'all always check in when we have them spaces on the X. And another thing, shout out to everybody that's been in here. Like everybody in here right now. I mean, I appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all make it easy to talk. Y'all make it easy to go from one subject to another. I appreciate everybody that's in here that joined us, that's chatting the whole entire time. We had some amazing comments,
Yes,
amazing
sir.
discussions in the chat. So just everybody in general, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And I believe we're going to have an amazing season, man. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not saying that because of the hype. I truly believe we're going to have a good season. And besides that, y'all, it's always keep pounding, man.
C3 Legion, you know we love you. Until next time, keep pounding.